The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience, LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Only like to win, it's like a bad habit.
Chamberlain drives in.
He got pounded.
Chamberlain with a putback.
Looking at the numbers, he was hearing it.
Open look for three. Haley Muma drains it.
The picture, see how clear it is. I'm high quality, like I am Deej Experience. I'm way up, seems like I've been at the pyramids. Give me an opponent, and I promise I ain't fearing it. I got so much I can lose, but game what I've been giving this. Why you see a miracle, then I'm fearing it. Grinding and grinding, and then I put another gear in it. Driving and driving, but you don't have no one to steer ship. Back on the top, you beat you half of my logic.
Time with a flip shot, and that was a thing of beauty.
Lock it up. Gotta get that leg freed up.
Back, you know it ain't luck, so pay up my respect. Don't reject the greatness. Better hang up the white flag if you fight back. Think your nameless. So tell me what the time say. Game time. Why they think that they could ever outscore me? LeBron James. Just give me the ball. Watch me.
Bolter knocks it down. He's gonna come home with it. Nice throw and a good tag.
Oh, got him.
Doing this for all my life.
Webb with it.
You don't want to waste my time.
And a goal by the Beavers. Finds the back corner.
Better get up next in line. Competition left too dry. They could never get in my mind. Please slow it down. I'm a beast on the ground. I'm a leash for the crowd. Play me down. Band, I'm a running back.
Down that sideline. Oh, there he goes. Into the open 50 and gaining momentum. And the Beavers are going to answer right back after Gerard tied it up. That was Will Allen.
Now they finally get a set block. Oh, and it's a face shoulder.
Oh my, Allison Sawyer, are you kidding me?
If I do fail, I don't have
Catches an arm right into a chin headlock.
There's
the legs worked in, and there's a rack.
This one driven to left. It's going to drop in. That's going to be a two-run single for Sadie Dine.
When I break it, it's for my pleasure, but I would never let you go take it. I'm kind of like that. I don't just write raps. You put the balls up, then I'ma spike that.
Oh my! Aubrey Chase! Looking. He's going to go deep. The end zone got him in. Caught! Touchdown! Marcus Lambert!
Good D.
Shotgun passers, Chamberlain. Oh, down to 32 seconds. Yetzer fires a three. Hansen.
No one will actually become as great as my team is, cause I got a team of some Hall of Fame players, not to mention Jesus.
Got it there.
Doing this for all my life. You don't want to waste my time. If you want to test my grind, better get up next in line.
To the middle, and Scholar with a header, and we're tied at one.
Get
the snap away,
and it's
going to be Safford, recovered by the Beavers, touchdown!
I'ma run it back. You give me the chance, I'ma run it back.
Pushes it up, shot, got it! Chamberlain on the day. He'll take a three. He certainly will. Sawyer beats us deep left field. That ball is out of here. A two-run dinger for Allison Sawyer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Deej Experience Sports Stream live from the Lou Hanna Athletics Complex. It is opening day of softball season, and we've got the Corry Beavers taking on the Fort Leboeuf Bison. First pitch out of the gate, and it's a base hit as, boy, they got started a couple minutes early here, Rob. They're 5 minutes early.
Yeah, and a nice single there from Tobin for Fort Leboeuf as the Beavers with Sadie Dine in the circle tonight, Scott, to start the game.
So we'll get through lineups here at the first chance. Diner checks the wristband. She's going to wind and fire. And this is McKinney.
McKinney up for
at the
Leboeuf.
plate. That pitch up high. The throw down to first is not in time. Back safely is Tobin. So we'll have to get through our pregame. Brought to you by Box and Lockett in the first break.
Yeah. Beaver infield, though. We got Yetzer catching.
This one popped up. And tracking it as Minio makes the grab. One away.
Yeah, we got Chamberlain at third. Sawyer at short, Minio at second, McCray at first. Like we said, Dine in the circle.
So here's Sadie. And speaking of which,
Rogers up for Leboeuf.
this one's popped up as well. Sawyer tracking it. Sawyer makes the dropped it. And she'll get the out at second, though, but first game jitters, Rob?
Yeah, I think a little bit there. And it's high, right? I mean, how many times have they seen a pop fly that high so far this year because they've been inside so much and not a ton of, good weather, outside a little bit last week. But, you just don't get a lot of those kinds of balls in practice. As we've got Zaxic. Is that how you say this?
That's what I would guess. There's two of them.
Two of
one's
them.
The pitcher.
Back to back.
And all we got is first initials for Fort Leboeuf tonight.
Yeah.
We didn't get a roster or anything. So we'll go with what we have as Dine winds and fires. This one fouled off up beyond the Beaver dugout. Our spotlight player of the game tonight, Rob, is going to be the pitcher for the Beavers tonight, Sadie Dine. Watching her over the last two scrimmages, I got a chance to get down and watch them play. And Sadie Dine has been on fire from the batter's box.
Yeah, that's good. You want to get off to a hot start in the season. And, she's one of those senior leaders. So just excited to see how, this year goes for all these girls.
Diner checks her wristband again. Offers. This one, line drive right over Chamberlain. And it's going to be another J.H. Napa Auto Parts single here for the Bison. Runners at first and second with two away here in the top of the first inning, brought to you by Knapp's Butcher Block.
And now it's the sister, I'm assuming, Saxic up the bat.
That one in there for a called strike.
Yeah, first pitch strike there for Sadie.
As Dine rocks and fires. And that one in there for a called strike. 0-2 count here with two away.
Yeah, so see what Dine does here. Do you go right after? Do you try to nibble a little bit, see if you can get her to chase your pitch here?
Dine fires. This one popped up out of play. As Rob, we talk about some of the pieces lost last year, and we'll get to that when we go through our Box and Lockett pregame. Coming up, actually in-game pregame. Again, they started 5 minutes early here tonight, and beautiful weather, 73 degrees. This one's fouled off down the third base side.
Yeah, good change up there from Dine, and Saxic just a little bit, out ahead of that, just as you would want her to. Got to make her think here a little bit. Key for these pitchers to just keep mixing things up a little bit. Don't let them get comfortable. Yetzer keeps it in front. Good job by Allison Yetzer there, taking that one off the chest, keeping the ball in front of her, keeping the runners at home, not letting them both get into scoring position here.
One, two, the count, two away. Fires. And that one gets out of the glove of Yetzer, and that's going to advance the base runners. No harm, really. Sitting on 2 strikes. It's a 2-2 count with 2 away. You just need to get the batter here, right?
Yeah, the only issue becomes now a pass ball comes into play, can give up a run, right? You really don't want to let that runner get to third if you can help it, just because it does put a little more pressure on.
Dine fires this one, rifle deep left.
Yeah, Gwynn tracking that down. Ooh, just not far enough.
And it bounced off. It's going to be a ground rule double.
And there's where the damage happened, Scott, right? You gave up 2 runs on that hit versus 1.
Well, pardon me, that's going to be a home run off the glove.
No, that definitely bounced over.
Well, the umpires are going to talk about it here as I've seen the other Leboeuf runner around the base bags.
Yeah.
Two base, the proper call there.
Yeah. Yep.
So put 2 on the board for the Bison with 2 away. Little 2-out magic here in the top of the Naps Butcher block. First inning of action. And go at it, but now you got to get the out here and take care of business.
Yeah, third baseman for Leboeuf, Skelton up to bat here.
Sadie will rock and deliver. First pitch. Off the mark for a ball.
Yeah, I'd say he just needs to settle in here. Stay in control of your game. Good pitch there.
That one in there for a strike. 1-1 the count here. That track gun keeps going off behind us. And
so making you nervous, guy?
well, the first time it did, I was like,
you got enemies or something we need to know about?
Well, maybe. I don't know. That pitch off the plate, and that'll be a ball here as the count moves to 2-1.
I don't want to, I don't want to get nervous here.
You're supposed to be my bodyguard.
Well,
this one fouled off down the third base line. As Dine checks a wristband here. Interesting this year, Rob. Allison Sawyer will not be pitching this year as this one's popped up. Minio tracking it. Minio makes a play in foul territory, and that will retire the side. And we're going to keep it right here as we're going to go through our pregame ritual. Pregame brought to you by Box It and Lock It. And we are so thankful for all of our sponsors. We're going to get to the Snap Fitness 3 steps to success here. And step number 1, first game, Rob, I'd like to see the bats get going super early. You had 2 good scrimmages. They started to pop a little bit. I'd like to see them get out of the gate in the box here with the bats, get them on fire early.
Yeah, right, and especially now that they're down 2 runs, right? You don't want them to get, you want to control what you can do. You don't want to sit in there and be taking too many pitches and get yourself in a hole, right? And then it gives the advantage to the Fort Leboeuf pitcher. So I definitely, want to see them, come out swinging and going after some good pitches.
The defensive side, we just seen the error there. You got to avoid the errors today. Although this isn't a region game, it's an important game to get out of the gate quickly. Limit your errors today.
Yeah, right. I mean, obviously, right, you always want to play a clean game. Just gives you, confidence around yourself and what you're doing. And so, you want these girls to come out and, early, but, nice field, nice conditions. It's a nice day out. It's not sometimes that, 40 degrees and raining. Corry, early, March
like
weather.
Friday's coming.
Right. So take advantage of it and, just, be clean where you can.
And the third step to success, communication, is going to be key in these early games. The Beavers lost quite a few pieces right up the middle. They got a young freshman in Jazzy. She'll be playing right field. Miley Gwynn will be in left field replacing Burlew. Mara Goodwill will cover center field with all that speed. Allison Sawyer moves to shortstop. They bring Minio to second base. And they have a young sophomore catcher in Allison Yetzer back there. She's been impressive, but she's going to have some bumps along the road here this year. They've got to work through that. But this team is a team surrounded by a bunch of seniors in the other positions that are really going to push the softball team this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a good thing, right, you saw a lot of these girls get some good innings last year on the JV level. And, so see how that transitions as they move up to the varsity level. McCray, first pitch swinging there. As this is Zatzik for Fort Leboeuf. McCray holds off on that one, evens the count up at 1. As they appeal down to first base, he says no swing, so 1-1 count.
So McCray will be batting first, followed by Sawyer playing shortstop. Chamberlain over on the hot corner, and Dine will be batting cleanup. And McCray beats this deep to the right, and the catch is made.
Yeah, nice play there in right field by Stahl for the first out of the game for the Beavers. And here comes Allison Sawyer. I mean, boy, did Allison Sawyer have a nice year for the Beavers last year, Scott. Always seemed to be getting big hits and key hits and lots of hits, and hopefully she can pick right up where she left off.
Pitch comes in. Bit of a slow swing there. Looked like she may have second-guessed that pitch for a second, but it'll be strike 1 for here as she'll dig back in. This is Zasik. Zaxic? I don't know how to say that, Rob.
it's Zaxic. I'm saying the C is, you hear it.
Yeah, Zaxic. She'll toe the rubber here as she checks her wristband. A lot of wristband systems in play now for a lot of teams.
Yeah, almost all of them, I think, are really, go into that to where, different signs, easy to communicate, lets them get a little more complicated, I guess, because you don't have to just be able to remember them all. So Sawyer digs back in, down 0-2, little protection swing on that last one, fouled it off. Ready to go again.
Zasik winds and fires, and that went up high over top of the mitt.
Yeah, threw a little change up there and just a little high. I'm sure trying to get, out ahead 0-2, trying to get Allison to chase something. And that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count.
Here's the 1-2 as Zasik winds and fires. In there, got her looking, and it's a Ross Backer strikeout.
Yeah, first strikeout of the game for Zaxic, and up comes Kendall Chamberlain in the third spot. Living down at that hot corner for the Beavers where she's been for the last several years.
Zasik rocks, fires. Chamberlain fouls this one up over top of the backstop.
Yeah, good swing from Kendall, though.
Zasik sets. Chamberlain dug in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed.
0-2 count.
And with Chamberlain, Rob, the discussion and concern was that hip coming in. And I know during one of them scrimmages, it was cold, and that seemed to bother her hip a whole lot. Nice day like today. Boy, she is swinging aggressively.
Yeah, lets her be loose on it. Yeah, those injuries, the cold definitely can affect it as she goes down swinging. So 2 strikeouts there for Zaxic in the first inning, and the Beavers go down 1-2-3 and trail 2-0 here at to the bottom of the first.
We'll head to the top of the second. We'll be back right here on the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Cafaro's Custom Butchering is a family-owned business located in Sugar Grove, PA. Established in 1959, Cafaro strives to meet all your butchering and meat processing needs. With a combined 55 years of meat cutting experience, Cafaro's crew provides the complete butchering experience in their fully inspected USDA facility. From hauling your animals, walking you through the ordering process with personalized cutting instructions, to processing, packaging, and freezing, Cafaro's does it all. call. Don't raise your own animals? Cafaros can provide you with locally sourced beef and pork. Check out their retail freezer trade, ground beef and steaks, pork sausage, bacon, chops, and chicken. Look them up on their Facebook page at Cafaros Custom Butchering LLC for weekly specials, or for more information, give them a call at 814-489-7844. And welcome back in here to the DJ Experience Sports Stream. Skylock with Rob Elchinski with you. Sammy Fisher on the switcher. Jack Hasbrook on the Viking Plastics field cam. Giving you a great look right there as Diner gets ready to toe the rubber. And she'll fire. Who do we got up here for the Leboeuf Bison?
So right now we got second baseman Shields. Batting for Leboeuf as Sadie falls behind 1 ball, no strikes.
And that'll be Stahl and Stoles. And then they go back to the top of the order if needed, as we sit here with a 2-0 count. Dine rocks, fires. That one up just above the lettering. And it's a 3-0 count here.
Yep. Sadie just needs to battle back here.
Epiphany's Emporium's top of the second inning. That one in there, right down Broadway, or North Center Street as we like to call it.
Yeah, yeah, so Sadie gets the count to 3-1.
Dine checking that wristband, and she's going to fire here, and that one is going to be a walk.
Yeah, so leadoff batter on here for Leboeuf as Stahl, the right fielder, comes up to bat.
Crossroads Fellowship walk. Rob, I got to get you a sponsor list for her.
You do.
As Dine's going to fire here, bunt showing, and they lay it down, and that's going to advance the base runner. Clean throw from Dine to McCray. And the throw, they got her at second.
What a play by Sid Minio. Getting that out there.
Well, that leadoff walk isn't scoring. What a great play as they take the bunt down and make a dart throw to complete the double play.
Yeah, the runner there, Shields for Leboeuf, made that turn and got off a little too far, and Minio made a perfect throw. Sawyer, really all she had to do was just drop the glove on the runner. But great play there by the Beavers, everybody in the right position, and really helped Sadie Dine out of a bind as they had gotten, that leadoff runner on and had gotten the sack down.
Dine winds it up. This one trickles foul towards the Bison dugout.
Yeah, right off the tip of the bat there. As this is the center fielder, Stoles. And Sadie out in front, no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gets the 3rd strike. Good inning there for the Beavers as they answer back with a 1-2-3 inning of their own.
Rossbacher's strikeout, 3 up, 3 down. After the double play from Minio to Sawyer, coming off a bunt. We'll be back right here with the bottom of the Epiphany Emporium's 2nd inning. Located at 3032 West Main Street, the Corry Central Labor Club supports all Corry athletics and the community all year long. They invite you to join today and be a part of the fellowship. For more information on the Corry Central Labor Club, visit them on Facebook or give them a call today at 814-663-3133. Located at 34 North Center Street, Epiphany's Emporium offers an abundance of handcrafted artisan items. Open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sundays from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Epiphany's Emporium invites you to come check out their creative inventory. They have gift items like pottery, jewelry, leather handbags, and journals. They also have crystals, handcrafted wood items, fiber art, and art supplies. Check out their craft sodas as well. It's all at Epiphany's Emporium. And welcome back in here to the DJ Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lockwood, Rob Elchinski. As we start the bottom of the second inning, brought to you by Painted Finch Gallery, Epiphany's Emporium. And that one, a line drive. And a great glove over there on the first base bag.
Yeah, Zaksik over there with a nice play as Dine line one right down the first baseline. Great swing on it, but tough spot there. As now we got Mara Goodwill, excuse me, up.
First pitch swung on and missed. And, boy, you look at what Mara did as a freshman last year, Rob. There is a ton of ceiling for this one, as she's just an all-around athlete, and I look forward to watching her continue to grow this year.
Yeah, she's roaming center field for the Beavers this year. And taking up some advantage here of her speed.
And really, it's that critical triangle out there from short to center to left field that has changed. You know, Sawyer's filling in for a dynamic shortstop in Allie Goodwill. But Sawyer's just one of them players she's just a utility player. You can plug and play her just about anywhere.
Yeah, and what you don't realize, right, I mean, Allison Sawyer's played shortstop her whole life.
Right.
It's not a
travel ball.
Right. It's not like this is our first time playing shortstop, right? I mean, she's been playing shortstop her whole life.
This one popped up. Second baseman under it makes the play, and quickly is 2 away for the Beavers here as Leboeuf still clinging to that 2-0 lead, and Beavers got to get something going here as Miley Gwynn will step to the plate.
Yeah, so we've got 2 down. See if we can get some 2-out lightning going here in the bottom of the second. Brought to you by Epiphany's Emporium. That's always the second.
Yep.
I should know that one, right?
Yeah. Oh, that one, a line shot right up the middle. That's going to be a great base hit. Can she get 2? They're going to hold her up at first. Great shot from Miley Gwynn right up the middle, and the base runner aboard.
Yeah, Miley Gwynn with a good swing there. Almost got it to that gap. Center fielder able to run it down and hold her to just that single. But, that's what the Beavers needed. Just got to, kind of get somebody to crack it open once, and Miley Gwynn able to do that.
Fire engines starting up early here today. That usually doesn't happen till JV.
As Allison Yetzer steps in.
Young sophomore catcher. Dug in here as Zaksik winds and fires. And that one came with some pace. Yetzer lets it go for ball 1.
And we'll see, McKinney, the catcher for Port Leboeuf, as see if she likes to throw the ball at all. So we have Gwynn on first, getting a nice lead off there off the pitch.
Well, the Beavers notoriously aggressive when it comes to running bases, and sometimes gets her in trouble.
Coming at you, Sammy.
Off the top of the press box.
Yeah, I tried to warn you. I wasn't trying to save you. I was just trying to warn you.
I want to see if his athletic bones churn up a little bit. He's been out of it for a while now.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the pitch. This one beat down into the dirt.
Yeah, a little change up there, and Yetzer, just fights it off. Nice job by her there. And sometimes that's what you're trying to do on those pitches that fool you a little bit, is just fight it off, get another swing.
1-2 the count with 2 away. Leboeuf up 2-0 here. The bottom of the Epiphany's Emporium. Painted Finch, second inning. Glad to have you aboard here on the DJ Experience Sports Stream. Is Zaksik. Zaksik winds and fires. Here's the, oh boy, got her swinging. And down go the Beavers. One stranded, and it's Leboeuf that'll take the 2-0 lead into the top of the third inning. Brought to you by Cafaro's Butchering. We'll be back right here on the DJ Experience Sports Stream. Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together. Knapp's Butcher Block, located at 11523 Route 6 in Corry, offers custom processing for beef, pork, and lamb. You can purchase individual cuts of your choice of meat and hamburger, or stock up. Fill your freezer by purchasing half or whole cows or hogs, both grass and grain-fed. For more information, pricing, and availability, give Knapp's Butcher Block a call today, 814-964-0225. And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lockwood, Rob Elchinski with you. Sammy Fisher on the switch. We got Jack Hasbrook down on the ground with the Viking Plastics field cam. And who we got up here next three for the Bison?
Yeah, back to the top of the order. Tobin, McKinney, and Rogers. First time up, Tobin had a single to left.
First pitch, this one popped up, foul territory, and off the fencing, McCray couldn't get there.
Yeah, good hustle there from Peyton.
We start out with a 1 count. That was the first pitch, correct?
Yep.
They got 1-1 up on the scoreboard. And that one in there for strike two, so an 0-2 count. Is Dine still looking for her first strikeout, I believe?
Nope, she struck out the last batter of last
that's right.
inning. That's another one there in the changeup. Great pitch there by Dine, and that's just the difference of getting ahead in the count. You know, then you can mix it up, throw a little junk in there and keep them, you know, off balance, and took advantage of that and got Tobin swinging, got her out on her front foot and just couldn't hold off that changeup.
Rossbacher's strikeout. Dine winds and fires as McKinney dug in. McKinney, deep fly ball, center field, and makes the grab.
Yeah, that's Goodwill out there. Talked about her earlier. Nice play by Mara. Camping under that one, gets the second out for the Beavers. As up comes Rogers, who popped up to Sawyer last time there as part of that error fielder's choice play.
Dine's going to rock and fire here. Beavers looking for out number 3 quickly, and that pitch is just a tick up for a ball here. And
yeah, good start for the Beavers, though, here in Cafaro's custom butchering third inning.
That one low for a ball. Yeah, there's never a shortage of where you can go have your meat processed.
Absolutely.
We got a couple good ones.
Yeah, and certainly appreciate them sponsoring and helping out the live stream here.
Dine winds and fires here. Oh, boy, that one bounced off the plate. Caught Yetzer right in the mask.
Yeah, that's why they got those masks to extend a little lower now, so, you know, protect your neck and throat and everything else.
Dine fires. This one popped up.
3-0 pitch and swinging.
And Allison Sawyer makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the third. Brought to you by Cafaro's Custom Butchering. 2-0 Bison lead when we come back. Kingdom Bound 2025 this year. Usually we go every year, Rob. We have 20 single-day tickets to give away this year.
Wow.
Usually we go, but this year I was asked to come help join the production team for the video boards and whatnot, which I'm extremely excited about.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
This is on a bunt here from Jazzy, and it goes foul as she scoots down to the first base bag. She'll have to trot all the way back. But, yeah it's not every day you get to work with the big boy production
that's
truck.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, that'll be exciting. You can teach them some things.
Well, I think they may teach me more than I'll teach them. They're a pretty good unit.
Yeah, nice little drag bunt there by Jazzy. Just a little foul. She comes with it again.
Oh, what a
Caught
catch.
by the third baseman.
Great play over there on the hot corner, and I believe that's Skelton.
Yeah, that is, Skelton. Correct.
Okay. So that's quickly one out here for the Beavs. And up next, here at the plate,
Sid Mineo.
is Sid Mineo. Then we turn to the top of the order.
See if Sid can get herself on base here and let the top of the order try and move her around a little bit.
That went up a tick high for a ball.
Sid, the starting second baseman for the Beavers. Zaksic toes the rubber here and gets ready to go. Good job by Mineo holding off on that one. Count goes to 2-0. As we've got one out here in the bottom of the Cafero's Custom Butchering third inning.
Zaksic checks the band. Now leans. She'll wind it up here. And that one taken for a strike. So down now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Still by 2 here, Rob. 2-run lead for the
Yes.
Bison. And that one low and inside for another ball. And that'll be a 3-1 count here.
Yeah, good job by Sid working this count a little bit. Putting some pressure on Zaksic. See if, like I said, get Mineo on for this top of the order to come through for the second time.
Zaksic winds it up.
Ball
Mineo
4.
takes ball 4.
Great at bat there from Mineo.
And a Crossroads Fellowship walk down to first base, and that'll bring us to the top of the order with one away. Peyton McCray digs back in.
Yeah, McCray popped up to right field her first time up. You know, now the Beavers have been through once, seen Zaksic one time, so hopefully, right, they've caught up and comfortable here.
First pitch, little check swing, but didn't matter. It was in there anyways for strike 1.
And Mineo getting a nice lead there on first after the pitch.
High fly ball,
It's going to be
shallow center, and it's going to be caught.
Good job by the second baseman, kind of collecting herself and getting that one.
That's going to be Shields with the grab.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third as Allison Sawyer comes up. Allison went down looking last time, so hopefully we can put a couple hits together here and see if we can get a run in.
Zaksic fires, swung on and missed. Throw down to first, not in time.
Great job by Mineo there getting back to first. You know, and like you said, Beavers are aggressive on the base paths. They're not afraid to get a good jump there. You know, they want to make the defense make a mistake.
Here's the pitch. That one in there for a called strike. Sawyer down 0-2 with 2 away now. Zaksic comes to the ready. Now rocks and fires. That one high and away. 1-2. Well, and Sawyer's not one to go quietly into the night. She's going to fight this off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zasic's going to fire here.
Got to protect a little. Yeah.
Oh, got her looking.
Yeah,
Stoned her.
That's the got to protect a little, right?
Yeah. That one comes right down the pipe, and that'll do it for the third inning. Brought to you by Cafaro's Custom Butchering LLC. We'll be back with the fourth inning. We come back right after this.
Are you tired of your car's heating and air conditioning not working, especially in this crazy Pennsylvania climate? Give us a call, 814-664-9602, or stop on down to Jim's Automotive at 13250 Route 6. Let us get the parts and tools you need to get it repaired. Don't forget, we have gas, diesel, off-road diesel, kerosene, non-ethanol, and propane. Get it all in one stop.
Thank you for your business.
And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream as we get a look at Sadie Dine getting ready to go to work here in the top of the fourth inning. Fourth inning brought to you by K&E Surveyors. To thank Scott Johnson for his sponsorship all year long, and the Northeast Sports Stream. He jumped on here. So, Scott Johnson, thank you so much. And this one belted high, fly ball.
Yeah, that's Zaxic. Oof.
And dropping it in foul territory. I believe the sun may have had a little bit to do with that, as Gwynn tracked it well and just couldn't see it there at the end. Got away from her.
Yeah, Leboeuf will go with the Zaxic, and then the other Zaxic, the pitcher, and then Skelton. As Sadie gets a long foul strike out of that one.
And that one off the plate for ball. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, nice little change up there. Just missed high and outside a little bit.
I hope the boys are doing well over at Mercyhurst University today as they're on the road playing the Erie Royals. This one's beat, and that one is a worm burner, and it got through the wickets of Miley Gwynn. She has to run all the way back to the fence. That'll be a single and an error, I believe.
Yep. So leadoff single, but gets the second on the air for Zaxic, and I'm assuming it's her sister who's coming up to bat. And she had a double her first time up to left center field, and had the 2 RBIs in that first inning. So, helping herself as the pitcher there, and going to try to do that again here.
High fly ball, deep left, and that ball is out of here. It's a Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital home run.
Yeah, nice swing there from Zaxic. Knew it the minute it left her bat. She had gotten all of that one. And she's got all 4 RBIs for Leboeuf as they take a 4-0 lead here in the top of the fourth inning here. As looks like Coach Williams is going to come out and talk to Sadie a little bit, just try and calm things down a little.
Well, we have a Jim's Automotive timeout. We'll take this time to remind you that coming up, I didn't download the flyer today because we were so busy, but coming up is the Bald and Fat Wrestling Tournament, and it's going to be on April 12th this year. They're going to run 6 mats. Initial plan is to run 6 mats in 2 gyms. So if you're fat and 46 like I am, I wouldn't recommend it, but some guys do.
Absolutely. It's always interesting to see that. I've stopped in and watched a little bit of that a couple times. As,
second pitch off the mark there, ball 2.
Yeah, Dine, a little trouble getting into strike zone here. Skelton flew out to second base her first time up.
And this one beat down, gets by Chamberlain, gets by Sawyer. And that's a base hit. J.H. Napa Auto Parts single. in Waterford and Corry and Union City. Make sure you stop by Napa Auto Parts for all your automotive needs. Thank you, Mr. Hellfast. As no outs here, Rob. We've got a 2-run dinger on the board this inning for Leboeuf, and runner on first.
Yeah, this is Shields, the second baseman. Squares the bunt. It's going to be foul. Trying to move the runner here. And you hear Fort Leboeuf coach there saying, get the ball out in front of the plate. Shields walked her first time up in the second inning. Sadie evens the count up.
One the count. Here's Dine from the rubber. She'll rock and fire. And that one popped up.
Good job by Minio. Getting back to the ball, turning and going. Not trying to backpedal.
Sid's had a couple great plays for the Beavers tonight.
Yeah, she's had some a lot of action over there. Made that nice throw down to second as well on that bunt and turned that double play. Stahl, the right fielder, is up for Leboeuf as she pops up. See if it stays in territory, and it does.
And McCray got it near the fence. And that's 2 away now.
This will be Stahls, the center fielder. Struck out her first time up. Beavers need to get out of this inning here. Stop any more damage.
Dine fires. This one beat. Dine's going to scoop and toss it. In time. Did she get her?
Yep.
She got
there.
her. For the 1-3 put out, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. Brought to you by K&E Surveying. We'll be back with the bottom. Hopefully the Beavers can get something going. They trail 4-0 when we come back. And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott with Rob Elchinski with you. Sammy Fisher on the switch. Jack Hasbrook out there in deep center field on the Viking Plastics field cam, giving you a great look in right there as the Beavers going to lead it off here with Kendall Chamberlain.
Yeah,
It'll be Chamberlain, Dine, and Goodwill.
Yeah, Beavers need to put a couple hits together here and get some runs. Chamberlain
This one
up the
blistered.
middle.
Boy, she's got a scoot. And the throw's made.
Yeah. Zachsik just knocked that down enough probably to give her second baseman a chance. Otherwise, I think that was getting up the middle. So 1 down for the Beavers. And here comes pitcher Sadie Dine.
And if this is where the Beavers going to rally, it's got to be right here. Sadie has had a wicked bat in the first 2 scrimmages.
Yeah, she hit the ball harder first time up, hit that liner right at the first baseman who was able to make the play and get the unassisted put out. But see if she can keep swinging that hot bat like you said.
I'll pay her $20 if she can hit Hasbrook with it.
I thought you were going to say if she could hit one over the fence, but there's
well, he is over the fence.
A shot at Jack Hasbrook.
Yeah.
Sadie there on the throw from short, 1 hop the first baseman, not able to pick it clean, and Sadie just beats it out. Error there on the shortstop on the throw and gets Dine at first base, and up comes Mara Goodwill. Mara flew out to second her first time up.
Beavers looking for their first corner bar and grill run of the day. One out on the board, high bunt, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground. Dangerous.
Yeah, lucky break there. That just kind of landed right between the first baseman and the catcher as they ran after that attempt at the sac bunt that kind of went up in the air.
How do you like all your room this year, by the way?
I do like it. I like that I can actually watch the game and not call it from the monitor. It's kind of awesome, honestly.
Thank you to the Corry Area School District for accommodating our needs, putting the second window in as this pitch comes inside for a ball.
Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1-1. Or as Jonkus would call it, bun, bun, bun. Here's the rock and delivery, and that one low, below the knees, and the count moves to 2-1. And it reminds me of last year, right, Rob? Beavers get through the first 3.5, 4 innings, and then all of a sudden their bats just explode.
They explode, right? Yeah. Going to need some of that today as well.
Oh, check swing ended up coming around, and that's going to be a 1-2 count. Dine safely back to first.
Goodwill to keep us moving here. Find a hole somewhere out there.
Zasek rocks. She'll wind and fire. That one low in the dirt. And the count evens up here at 2-2. Here, a fire truck.
Yeah.
It's not our fire truck in the dugout, but
Can't hear some sirens here.
we'd like to hear some fire trucks from the dugout right now. Swung on and missed, and that'll be another Rossbacher strikeout for Zasek.
That's the 5th strikeout for Zasek here, with 2 outs in the bottom of the K&E Surveyors' 4th inning. Miley Gwynn up. Miley hit a shot to left center there, her first time up. On this one as well.
Zasek toes the rubber here, checks the wristband. Interesting. We're talking to Coach Allie Williams on the podcast here, and that one going to turn the count here. And Coach Williams said there's 2 different wristbands, one for the pitcher and one for the rest of the team. And so it's, could get confusing for the pitchers and catchers at times. This one popped up, and it's over the top of the Beaver dugout and harmlessly out of play. So count remains 1-2.
Yeah, but if you're not the pitcher, it's not confusing because you only have one. Right? I mean, you're just the batter's wristband.
I was never good with numbers anyway, so it would all be confusing to me. And that one swung on and missed, and another Rossbacher strikeout for Zasek, and that'll retire the side. Beavers in a hole here, 4-0. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning. 5th inning brought to you by the Corry Central Labor Club when we come back on the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Since 1945, Corry Manufacturing Company has been developing processes in the manufacturing of aircraft and gas turbine components. Their specialties are assemblies that supply air, water, fuel, and oil to the engine. Corry Manufacturing Company has been voted Best Manufacturing Employer in Corry with over 75 years of manufacturing excellence. They are currently hiring for all positions and would like you to come and join the team. Contact the Human Resources Office today at 814 664-664-9611. Corry Manufacturing Company would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in the 2024-25 season. And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Who do we got up here on the lineup for the Bison?
Yeah, so for Leboeuf right now, we're back to the top of the order with Tobin. Then she'll be followed by McKinney and Rogers. As Tobin is singled and struck out.
First pitch, Diner kind of lost the handle on it. 1-0 the count. This one. Dribbled,
Ooh,
gets
just
over
out to
Minio.
Richard Minio. Tobin holds up his at first there. Another single there for Tobin.
So leadoff runner on again for Fort Leboeuf.
That's
I believe the
McKinney.
scoreboard is down.
Oh, that ball's high in there off of Yetzer's glove. Kind of gives that base easily to Tobin as she gets the second on the pass ball. And we'll see what happens here. See if the Fort Leboeuf coach is going to try and move her over or going to let her swing here.
Here's
Yep.
the 1-0. And
she's-
that one high, and you can see the dust kicking up in the wind. 18-mile-per-hour winds gusts today, Rob, and that could be an issue for the pitching as we get later in the evening as it starts gusting up a little heavy.
Yeah, we can see if that has any effect at all. So far, I don't think there's any impact from it at all, as it's not really too windy here at all yet.
That one low under the knees. And a 3-0 count here. And a walk here will put runners at the corners.
See if McKinney has the green light here or whether she's on a straight take.
Dine fires.
Straight take.
That one in there. 3-1 the count. We've not had a Dusty's Towing payoff pitch all day yet today.
Yeah,
I've been itching for one.
I guess that's good. Means everybody's swinging. That's another hit to short. Going to score the run.
Sawyer to McCray with the scoop. One away, but another run comes in. Corner Barn Grill run for the Bison. Will put 5 on the board.
That's an RBI for McKinney. On the 6-3 put out at first. And up comes Rogers. Rogers got on a fielder's choice error on a pop-up to short and then flew out to short. So she's gone at Sawyer both times with pop-ups.
First pitch in there for strike one. 0-1 with one away. Run already in for the Bison. 5-0 to lead. That one up high for a ball. Remind you, after this game, we'll have JV action on the way as this one up high for ball 2-1 the count.
Yeah, it's a good day for the JV team to get some innings in, hopefully.
Stein fires this one blistered to Chamberlain, makes the grab, the throw, got her.
Yeah, good job by Peyton getting her foot back there on the first base, and the throw pulled her off slightly. But 2 outs. Good play by Chamberlain.
5-3 put out, puts the Corry Redevelopment Authority out on the board. And now, with 2 away, the Beavers looking to get out of this inning.
Yeah, and this is Zachsik, the first baseman, with 2 singles tonight. See if we can get out of the Corry Central Labor Club 5th inning. Dine gets out onto an 0-1. Gets ahead 0-1 here in the count.
Fires. Almost checked at that, and I think at the last minute decided she better get out of the way of that.
Yeah, just a little inside.
Dine on the rubber. She'll walk fires. This one dribble popped right to Sawyer. And the Beavers will get out of this inning. Another run on the board, though. 5-0 is the Fort Leboeuf lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brought to you by Corry Central Labor Club when we come back.
Box It and Lock It offers indoor climate-controlled self-storage units and portable self-storage containers. With 3 locations in Clymer, Corry, and Jamestown, Box It and Lock It has a storage solution to meet your needs. Both of our indoor climate-controlled locations feature automatic motion-sensor lighting, 24/7 video monitoring, online rentals and bill pay, phone app access to the facility, and 24/7 access via our high-tech keypad and kiosk rental systems. Box It and Lock It also offers portable self-storage containers that can be delivered to your front door or place of business. Let us bring the storage facility to you. Store on site at our location or have us move your container to a destination of your choice. Contact us today at 855-450-3990 and visit our website at www.boxitandlockit.com. Also, find us on Facebook and Instagram.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lockwood, Rob Elchinski, Sammy Fisher on the switch. Jack Hasbrook down on the Viking Plastics field cam. And Beavers down 5-0 here, Rob. And now you got to go to work.
Yeah, got to start to make something happen here as we're going to go with Yetzer, Brigham, and Minio. Yetzer struck out her first time up.
That pitch up high for ball 1.
Zaksik doing a nice job here. Only giving up 1 hit so far through 4 innings. Beavers have stranded 3 runners, and Zaksik's got 6 strikeouts. See if Yetzer can get us going here.
Zaksik fires this one, fouled off. So much, Rob, expected out of the softball team this year. And you look at how much does that pressure apply here in these early games. And if the Beavers do happen to drop this game, as that catch is not made, good stretch there by the catcher, couldn't reel it in though. If they don't end up coming back and making this a game, now you can use this as we got a long way to go. Let's get to work.
Yep.
It reminds me of the volleyball team when they went down to Freeport and they just got handed a big fat L. Yeah. And it kind of woke them up and said, we're nowhere where we need to be.
Yeah, and it's early in the season, right? And softball's a funny game where, it's hard to see live pitching like this all the time. You're kind of seeing it for the first time. Not that they're not seeing it in practice and they've had a couple scrimmages, right? But, something you got to kind of get in a groove for. And, and they're going to come around and, they're still got a few innings here in this game to make a comeback. Like you said, it was kind of what they did, at least early last year a lot, right? We got down and then kind of came to life.
Pitch comes in, and this one's beat foul, and Yetzer put the boxing gloves on and said, let's go.
Yeah,
she's going after it. 1-2 the count here. Jazzy on deck. And here comes the pitch. Yetzer, fly ball, the infield. Right back to the pitcher. 1 away.
Yeah, Yetzer pops up. F1 for the first out. And here comes Jazzy and then Minio. As Fort Leboeuf coach is going to bring the girls in as they saw Jazzy bunt last time.
Well, what they haven't seen her do is swing away yet. They might want to reconsider that because there's going to be gaps out there now.
Yeah, I think, he's playing her as a slap hitter, not as a power hitter. I don't know enough about her to know whether he's right or wrong, but, he's now moved the shortstop back to not quite normal depth, but a little bit. but he's going to bring the corners in just to kind of take that bunt away, or at least make it more difficult. Bringing the second baseman in makes her trip to first a little shorter.
Pitch up high again. 2 high pitches back to back. 2-0 away.
Yeah, the nice thing is that Jazzy's ability to bunt and slap kind of puts a little pressure on the pitcher, and might be seeing a little bit of that here as she's gone high with 2 pitches.
She'll wind and fire again. This one swung on and missed. Maybe she nicked a piece of that back to the catcher. Either way, count is 2-1. Zakzik. Winds and fires. That one up again, and now the count is 3-1, Rob.
Yeah, nice job by Jazzy there. Continuing to work this. Good eye. Doesn't matter how you get on base. You just want to get on base. See if the Beavers can make something happen here.
Zakzik fires. Swung on that one.
Yeah. Kind of a check swing there as the home plate umpire checks for the first base umpire.
And it is now a Dusty's Towing payoff pitch. Here's the 3-2. Nicked foul. We'll reset and do it again.
Yeah, nice job from Jazzy there, continuing to keep this at bat alive, fighting that one off. Zakzik gets into her motion here.
She'll wind it up. In there, got her looking, and it's a Rossbacker strikeout. And that is out number 2, and that's going to bring up Sid Mineo.
Yeah, Sid walked her first time up.
Sid's had a heck of a game so far today. Making a couple big plays on the defensive side of things.
Yeah, a lot of action over there.
Finding her way on base. Digs in here. Zakzik fires. Mineo slaps this one over top of short.
Be a single.
And a J.H. Napa Auto Parts single for Sid Mineo, who has had kind of the standout game today for the Beavers.
Yeah, she gets on base for her second time here. And that brings us to the top of the lineup with Peyton McCray. Peyton flew out to right into second. As like we said, Scott, the Beavers got to take advantage of this Corry Central Labor Club 5th inning and try and put some runs across. There's
this one.
See if Peyton can outrun it.
And she cannot. Great hustle, and that's going to be out number 3. Yeah. And Leboeuf will take a 5-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Brought to you by the Corry Community Foundation when we come back on the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Hi everybody, Rich here from the Performance Center.
Located at 11323 Route 6 in Corry, Lifted Health is owned and operated by Rich Galinsky. Open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, and 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Lifted Health offers personal training, classes, sports-specific rehab, functional training, and nutrition. Text Rich today at 814-323-6154 or message Lifted Health on Facebook at facebook.com/Lifted Barbell Club.
And welcome back here to the Lou Hanna Athletics Complex as you're watching the Deej Experience Sports Stream. 5-0 is the Fort Leboeuf Bison lead over the Corry Beavers softball team. Sadie Dine goes back to work here.
Yeah, Zakzik comes up to bat. Zakzik's had all the power for Leboeuf to double in a home run today with 4 RBIs. As it goes down 1 ball, no strikes here. So far, we really haven't had an answer for her. See if Sadie can mix it up a little bit here.
1-1 the count. Zachsik's dug in. Here's the pitch. That went up high. As Dine checks a wristband, Beavers need a quick inning here. This one fouled off to the coach. Makes a great one-handed scoop.
Yeah, Coach Litz down there. Heck of a softball player in his day.
Did you play softball?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. I've played a couple games, not in any leagues or anything. They always stuck me on first base.
Yeah. Used to play a lot back in the day.
My legs took a beating, too. Dine. It's going to rock and fire here. And that one low. And ball 4 will be another Crossroad Fellowship walk. Shout out to Randy Carr out there. The old Beaver Dam Mennonite Church, now known as Crossroads Fellowship. He's done quite a bit of work out there, and we're going to get out there and showcase it when he's done after Easter service. And
so Fort Leboeuf's Dine is now in the game. Scott, pinch running for Zaksik on first. It surprised me a little bit when I saw in the lineup card S. Dine for Fort Leboeuf.
You think they're related?
I don't think. Not that I know of, but you never know.
You never know.
Skelton flew out to second her first time up and then had a single into fourth. Evens up the count 1-1 here.
Boy, Leboeuf has notoriously been known as a good softball team.
Yeah, nice program, you know.
And they're showing it here. Here's the bunt. Dine scoops it, makes the throw to McCray at first for the 1-3 putout. Brought to you by the Corry Redevelopment Authority. Advances the runner, though.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to do. A little sack bunt there. Puts another run in scoring position.
This pitch up high is Shields, the one at the plate here for Leboeuf. Good day to get the grill out, I think. This one
Ooh,
beat.
Shot down third,
Line
past
shot.
Chamberlain. He's
Got
going to
past.
score Dine. And we've got the Fort Leboeuf runner into second. Stand-up double for Shields.
And another Corner Barn Grill run comes across to make it a 6-0 game in favor of Fort Leboeuf. And well, the first thing you do is you got to stop the trickling water to prevent your high water bill. And right now they are just trickling 2 runs at a time, it seems. And just inning by inning, all of a sudden you're in the 6th and now you're losing daylight.
Yeah, and Stahl up to bat. Stahl had a sack bunt her first time up and flew out to Peyton at first.
1-0, this one popped up high. Sawyer calls everybody off, makes the grab.
Nice play by Allison Sawyer there. Gets the second out of the inning. As that brings Stoles up. And if Stoles can get on, it'll bring up the top of the order for Leboeuf.
Dine fires. This one low. Runner on second. Dye fires this
shot
one,
to
rip.
left center.
And that one's going to drop in all the way back to the fence. That's going to be an RBI double. And boy, Leboeuf is just pouring it on right now.
Yeah, very comfortable in the box there and getting a lot of good swings on. Makes the lead 7-0. Stalls with a double with that RBI as well. Now it's the top of the order with Tobin, who singled her last time up. She's 2 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, and with 2 outs here, Rob. I'd be remiss if I didn't say, 3 more runs and you're in mercy rule grounds. And this one popped up, and Minio tracking it. Minio makes the grab after bobbling it twice, dove, and was able to barehand it and able to make the play. And the Beavers in a big hole here. They've got to climb their way out of it now. 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brought to you by the Corry Community Foundation when we come back.
The Corry Manor has proudly served the Corry, Union City, and Clymer areas since 1980. Whether care is needed for a short period of time or you have decided to call the Corry Manor home, the Corry Manor is grateful you have chosen them. For over 50 years, the Corry Manor and their HCF family has maintained a tradition of caring by compassionately providing care for each of their residents and families like their own. For more information, give them a call today at 814-664-9606 or visit them online at www.corrymanor.com. The Corry Manor, a tradition of caring.
Here, welcome back into the DJ Experience Sports Stream as Leboeuf up 7-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. And who we got leading off for the Beavs, Rob?
So we're going to have Sawyer, Chamberlain, and Dine for the Beavers.
Big Al swings away, comes up empty for an 0-1 count. Beavers just struggling to get anything going.
Yeah, Zaxic right now is just kind of overpowering him a little bit and mixing things in a little bit to keep him off balance.
Swung on and missed again.
Beavers just not able to really, really put any threat out there so far. But, 2 innings left here as we're in the Corry Community Foundation bottom of the 6th inning.
This one popped up out of play. And the count remains 0-2.
And see if Sawyer can break out here. She's got 2 strikeouts so far tonight.
That one nicked foul into the backstop.
Again, no balls, 2 strikes.
JV action up next, and we'll have that coverage for you after this one. As digging in, Big Al looking to get on the base pads any way she can. And she takes a cut at this one, pops it up, and the catch is made out there in right field for 1 away.
Yeah, Stahl makes the catch. And Beavers down just a 5 out, Scott, if they want to try and do something here.
Not a whole lot to work with.
Yeah, not so far. As Kendall Chamberlain steps in.
First pitch, takes it for strike 1.
Kendall struck out back in the 1st and grounded out to 2nd in the 4th.
Zaxic fires Chamberlain. Big swing there, comes up empty. And it's like the Beavers are just swinging now.
Yeah, we're 0-2.
Swinging at everything. trying to get something to happen here. Sawyer come up swinging. Now Chamberlain swinging. 0-2 the pitch count, and this one's popped up foul.
Yeah, it's not as if they're swinging at bad pitches, all right? I mean, Koxic is doing a nice job of mixing things up, mixing her speeds up, just throwing them off just enough.
Zaktic fires. Did not go. Takes ball 1. 1-2 the count. The home scoreboard on the fritz again. There's the pitch, little check swing.
A nice job there by Kendall keeping that alive. Then a little foot save from Coach Hasbrook. Here's the delivery.
Swung on and missed, and another Rossbacher strikeout. How many is that for her this game?
That is 8 so far this game.
Yowzer. Mowing them down.
Yeah, she's been impressive. Nice smooth delivery. Like I said, mixes her speeds up nice, moves the ball around.
And bats well, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way.
Absolutely.
All around good player for the Bison. Here's the first pitch to Dine.
Dine on the
Cakes
rope.
this one right to left field, and that's going to be a double. Sawyer Builder double for Sadie Dine. And, Rob, that's what we've seen in the scrimmages first 2 times out. And, boy, the Beavers needed that. They need a little pick-me-up. They need to get some momentum going.
Yeah, absolutely. Sadie Dine just sits back and rips that one to left center field. Right over the left fielder's head. And see if we can put a couple hits here back to back as Mara Goodwill steps in.
Zaktic winds and fires. Goodwill watches it go by. Ball 1. Zaktic fires away. This one ripped up the middle.
Shallow, though. See if they send her. Nope, they're going to keep her. The center fielder was playing shallow and didn't really have a chance to get Sadie home on that one, but a good swing by Goodwill.
So runners at the corners with 2 away. Very imperative that one, if not both of these, get in.
Yeah, we'll see what Corry does here, whether they're going to send Goodwill or not. That's Gwynn up to bat. Gwynn had a single earlier in the 2nd inning. Could use another one of those as they throw down.
Oh, boy.
They're going to get Dine home, but going to give up that out.
So count the run. Dine gets in. And the Beavers get on the board, but that's going to do it for the inning. 7-1, the Bison lead. Beavers need a quick 3 up, 3 down, and a bunch of runs. We'll be back right after this.
Dahlia Gifts and Decor offers great gifts and goods for you. Located at 983 North Center Street, Healthy Smiles of Corry is committed to making sure their Corry neighbors have access to good customer service and excellence in dentistry. Everyone on their team values their patient relationships and make it their priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate, and complete oral care that you and your family deserve. Healthy Smiles wants all their patients to leave their practice with a beautiful and healthy smile that they love to show off. For more information, contact them today at 814-664-4011 or visit them online.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. We start the top of the 7th inning, brought to you by Relevant Church. As Sadie Dine will wind and fire, 7-1, the Leboeuf lead. First pitch up high for ball 1. And very, very quickly the Beavers need to get out of this inning.
Yeah, we've got McKinney, Rogers, and Zaksic for Leboeuf. McKinney's 0 for 3 on the night. See if Sadie can keep that going.
That one in there for strike 1. That went up high. Count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, Sadie just missed there.
Oh, big cut at that one. And I mean, she was going after that one.
Yeah, well, she's the second batter in the lineup, so you know she's hitting. Although tonight everybody from the Leboeuf has been hitting pretty well.
Blue dusting off the dish out there. Is Dine will toe the rubber here. Get ready to uncork. 2-2 the count. Top of the Relevant Church, 7th inning. Sadie checks the wristband. Now rocks and fires. Up high for a ball.
It's going to be a Dusty's towing payoff pitch here.
Dusty's towing payoff pitch it is. Dine fires. This one ripped. Right to Sawyer, makes the grab off the dirt and the throw on the 6-3 put out. Sawyer to McCray with the Corry Redevelopment Authority out.
A nice play by Allison. There's that ball kind of short hopped her and able to contain it there and get the throw over to first for the out. 1 down. In the Relevant Church 7th inning.
Rogers digs in now for Leboeuf. Dine fires. This one up high, swung on and fouled off. Rogers digs back in here. Corry trailing 7-1. They need to put up a bucket full, and this one's ripped up the middle. Sawyer got a stop on it.
There. Nice hit there from Rogers as she gets her first hit of the night.
J.H. Napa Auto Parts single for Rogers, and that will bring Zaksic.
Zaksic.
Boy, that's a tough name. It's been getting me all night long.
And Dine here goes into the windup.
This one fouled off into the tennis courts.
Yeah, Zaksic's 2 for 3 on the night with 2 singles, both to left field. And then flew out to short, so not surprised to see her pull that one foul, as everything she's hit so far tonight has been to that left side.
Dine fires. That went up high for a ball. 1-1. 1 away, 1 on.
Ball pulled foul, but that one was a shot there. You know, that cleared the, would have cleared defense by 30 or 30 feet, Scott. Of course, whenever you pull them like that, they always go a little further because you get a little more bat speed, but definitely can see the power that she's got.
Dine fires. Oh, boy.
Holds off that one.
Yeah, they say she went.
Oh, they got her with it.
That's going to be a strike. Yeah, Rossbacker strikeout.
Did they appeal that one, Scott? I missed what they did there. It must be they did, huh?
Yeah, they told him to check down to the
Wow.
base ump, and They're calling it a Rossbacker strikeout.
Yeah, I saw the poor Leboeuf coach is kind of questioning that one, and kind of can't blame him too much on that one. There's
this
another
one,
shot.
High fly ball to left, and that one is over Gwynn's glove, and that's going to score another run here.
We're going to get a runner to third. Another double from Zaksik. She now has been on base all 4 times tonight. And with 2 doubles, a home run, and a walk.
And Dine coming in to run for her again at third.
As that brings Skelton up to bat.
8-1 to score. And the Beavers in a whole heap of trouble. They're going to have to pull off a monstrous bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch here up high for ball 1. They trail 8-1 here, Rob. What are you telling the kids?
You just got to make the next play, right? I mean, you can't do anything about what's happened so far. So it's, keep the ball in front of you and make the next play.
Dine fires. This one's fouled off.
See, they've got Gwynn awful deep out there in left field. I know Leboeuf's showing a lot of power here, but not really out of Skelton as she's sacrificed, popped up to second.
One the count here with 2 away. 8-1 is the Leboeuf lead here in the top of the 7th. Dine checks the wristband, and she'll come set. Winds and fires that one up high. Makes the count 2-1.
Get one more out and go give it a shot, Scott. That's what we got to do here.
This one popped up. Gwen trying to get to it, and to your point, she was way deep over there.
Yep, made that a long run to get to that one on a, on an individual, and they may know these girls from, travel ball and different things, but, a girl that really hasn't shown that power.
Skelton digs back in. Here's Dine. She'll wind it up. This one beat down into the dirt, foul. Well, and after this one, Rob, the Beavers will return right back here to the Lou Hanna Athletics Complex as they will take on the Iroquois Braves on Friday.
Yeah, a night that's forecast not to be quite as nice as this one.
No.
Ooh, there's a ball.
Little check swing.
Right.
Well, excuse me, and McCray scoops it up, steps on the base pad, and that'll be out number 3. And the Beavers have a ton of work to do. 8-1 the score. 3 outs left to get it all made back up. We'll give it a go when we come back on the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Hey, welcome to Peace Beat. I'm Erin.
And I'm Missy.
And we want you to feel comfortable.
In your own skin.
And we want you to feel like you belong
Here.
here. We have a little bit of everything for pretty much everyone. If you're a husband, we have a husband chair. If you're extra smallish, 2-3 X-ish, we've got you. Don't know how to dress your body?
We've got you.
Basically the concept is you belong here and we've got you. Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, except for Wednesdays, open till 8, and Saturday, 10 to 2. Not Sunday, take a break. I hope you come, check us out, it'll be worth your time.
Welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Yeah, the Beavers here, Scott, in the bottom of the Relevant Church 7th inning. got some work cut out for him here as they trail 8-1. As we're going to go with Gwynn, Yetzer, and Brigham scheduled to bat here.
Towards the bottom of the order, Rob, and not a place you want to be at, but the Beavers got to get something going.
Well,
you know, Gwynn had that first hit of the day.
At this point, you all got a bat anyway, so
yeah.
know, it doesn't matter really where you're at because you got to go through your whole lineup to get 7 runs anyway, so it's as good as any.
Swung on and missed. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, Gwynn, nice hit there in that second inning, that shot to left field. One of only, the Beavers have 4 hits, and she's got 1 of them. Beavers bats start to come alive a little bit there in that 6th inning, Scott. As you know, we got a double out of Dine and a single from Goodwill.
Zakzik fires this one, nicked foul, and Gwynn stays alive. 0-2 the count. Seven runs and 3 outs is a tough ask for anybody.
Yeah, especially with the way Zaksik's just kind of dominated this game, on the mound for Leboeuf.
And that one fouled off. Gwynn staying alive. And, boy, how about District 10 and the pitching alone in District 10?
Yeah, should be pretty powerful this year.
Vogan out there down in Sharon. We won't see them this year in regular season, but she's a powerhouse pitcher.
Yeah, and then
Warren Dragons.
Warren, yeah, for sure. There's Gwynn.
Drop third strike.
Yeah,
Gwynn
drop
stumbles,
third strike,
but
yeah.
It's going to be thrown down and 1 away. On the drop third strike.
It's going to be Yetzer up to bat next.
We got that pitcher out in Harbor Creek. State champion, Harbor Creek Huskies.
Yeah, always a nice program over there at Harbor Creek as well.
First pitch taken there. 1-0 the count and 1 away. Beavers trail a bushel.
Yeah, Allison Yetzer, 0-2 on the night. Pop up to the pitcher and a strikeout.
Digs in here.
Good
Pitch
swing
comes
there.
right to short. And the 6-3 put out puts 2 outs on the board. And as they would say in the olden days, the fat lady's tuning up.
That's a Jazzy Brigham up to bat here, the right fielder.
In my case, it was the fat man. So I'm not shy. Jazzy steps in, first pitch.
You're putting me in a tough spot, Scott. I don't want to say anything either way when you say those things.
Well,
I think sometimes the right answer is say nothing.
Yes. The proper response to that is to throw me under the bus.
Yeah, you want to do that. Zakzik here, the 0-1 count to Brigham. See if Jazzy can do something here. Fouls that off.
Now what Fort Leboeuf has done tonight is tuned up a little sweet chin music. And they caught Corry square in the chin with it.
Yeah, they've had a nice game in every aspect.
Jazzy pops this one up to center, and the catch is made.
Should do it, yeah.
And that will be the final as the Fort Leboeuf Bison come into Corry and knock off the Beavers 8-1. And we'll head into our P2 Paving post-game report. Let P2 pave for you. Visit them online today at www.p2pavingco.net. And with that, Rob, why don't we go ahead and check out hits, runs, strikeouts, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So for Fort Leboeuf, here I'm just trying to total these up a little bit. They had 8 runs on 11 hits. They only committed 1 error, and they left 4 on base, and only struck out 3 times. For Corry, we ended up being struck out 9 times, scored the 1 run, as you had said, had 4 hits. We had 3 errors, and we had 4 left on base.
All right, let's roll into this with the let's go with the offense play of the game, brought to you by Healthy Smiles of Corry.
Yeah, I'm going with a Sadie Dine double, Scott, in the 6th inning. Kind of a rough outing for Sadie on the mound, but kept her composure and ended up getting on base on 2 different times. But on that 6th inning double by Sadie, and she scored the lone run for the Beavers. I'm going with Sadie Dine as the offensive play of the game.
Defensive play of the game brought to you by Erie County Community College. I'm going to throw Sid Minio at you on this one.
Well, I'm going to go with the Minio to Sawyer double play.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and that was a great play there as we, got the sack out at first, and then the runner had overran second and threw down and got that double play. And great combination, great teamwork there between Minio and Sawyer to get that double play.
And the Crotty Chevrolet player of the game, normally it goes to a Beaver regardless, but I think the dominant performance, both pitching and on the stick, from the Leboeuf Bison, Zakzik.
Yeah, B. Zakzik. We
yes.
do know her first initials B, but we're not sure what that stands for exactly.
Absolutely. How many strikeouts tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. 9 strikeouts, only gave up 4 hits. Defensively and then offensively, right? Just a terror. She had 2 doubles, a home run, was walked, scored 2 runs, and had 5 RBIs. So when you think through what she did, she was the damage. Accounting for 5 runs just on her own. That's when you give up 8, and she's got tallies for 5 of them. She's like you said, deserves to be the player of the game.
The Deej Experience Sportsmanship Award tonight, we're going to flip around. We're going to give this to the Corry Beavers. Who you got?
Yeah, I've got Sid Minio. I just thought Sid played a real nice game. On both sides. She had a lot of putouts, especially early, and made that nice double play that we already talked about. But also, offensively batting in that 9-hole. She got on base both times, walked there in the 3rd inning, then had a single in the 5th. So, I'm going with Sid Minio as the sportsmanship.
And the concentration when you drop a ball to be able to juggle it twice
and
then make the barehanded grab.
That great play out there, yeah, where she kind of lost it there a little bit, but it recovered and able to keep it.
Great game today for Sid Minio. Normally would probably be our player of the game, but Zakzik just dominant today. So she turns the player of the game on its head, and Sid gets credited with the Deej Experience Sportsmanship Award. And sit tight, folks. We're going to have JV action coming up next in just a few. We're going to kill the mics. We'll keep the cameras on during warm-ups, and we'll be back with JV action, Beavers Bison, when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to have the Fox Family Insurance opening pitch for JV action. First pitch is low for a ball. On the circle today for the Beavers is Kota Kuzma. Good to see Kota out there after successful wrestling in the Keystone tournament. Out there slinging the softball. This pitch in there for strike one. We're trying to get rosters set. Coach Rob down to snag some lineups for us for the JV game. This one swung on and missed. Oh, to the count as Kuzma checks the wristband. Kota winds and fires. Swung on and missed, and we started off with a Rossbacker strikeout. One away. First pitch here is low in the dirt. So we'll get through our Jay Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups here as soon as Rob gets up here and gets away with the lineups. Kuzma winds and fires. This one in there for strike. Count goes 1-1.
Second batter?
Yep.
McKinney, the shortstop.
McKinney, the shortstop at the plate. That one misses for a ball.
And it was Fetzner who batted first.
Kuzma checks the wristband. Winds it up. This one belted. Kuzma slaps at it. Slows it down, but not enough. As Hasbrook gets the ball in, it's going to be a base hit, a J.H. Knapp Auto Parts single. And the Bison with a base runner. JV action underway here. The Lou-Hanna Athletics Complex. Kuzma fires. This one off the glove. Runner goes, and that's going to be a free base on the pass ball. Kuzma winds it up. Swung on and missed. Runner goes to third, and the throw is off the line, and that's going to score a run here early for the Fort Leboeuf Bison. So corner barn grill run comes in, 1-0 early lead here.
Yeah, I hate to see that happen, Scott, without Fort Leboeuf really having to do much to make that happen.
Pitch comes in, slapped right back to Kuzma. Picks it up, fires it over to first base for the 1-3 putout. Corey Redevelopment Authority out. Is Morgan Vanderschaff over on first. Kuzma checks the band. Now comes ready. She'll wind it up. Swung on and missed.
And this is Dine batting, Scott, for Fort Leboeuf. Saw her pinch run a couple times there in the varsity game.
Thank all of our sponsors as we get our feet under us here for softball season. That one fouled off. And the count 0-2 now with 2 away. They gave up an easy run to the Bison here early, Rob, and we'll to see if Corey can get that back rather quickly. You don't want to go down early.
Yeah, you hate to see that happen to that first inning with a couple, pass balls and wild throws, and again, Fort Leboeuf didn't have to do a lot.
High fly ball. This one out to left center, and making the grab for the third out.
Yeah, nice job there by Jazzy to bring that one in.
So Jazzy playing left field here in JV. And that'll give us enough time here, Rob, to go through the J. Gill Plumbing and Heating starting lineups.
Yeah.
For the Bison, it's Fetzner, She led off. She's behind the dish today. Kinney is over at short. Batting third is Binney.
Yep.
She's playing second base. Dine over on first.
What do you got there?
Malinowski. Your writing is very hard to read, sir. Center field. Hall over in left field. Shields playing third. Good luck with that one.
Yeah, I think it's Ayala Ogananda.
Ogananda?
Yep.
Okay.
It's Ognando, I believe. And then Stahl.
Is pitching. And for the Beavers, leading off is going to be Molly Irwin. And she'll be playing second. Coda Kuzma will be second in the circle. Reagan Kemp will be playing shortstop in the third spot. In the fourth spot will be Ava Taylor playing behind the dish. Baker will be over on the third base bag. Bridgham will be in left field. Reagan Porter will be in right field. Lucy Hasbrook in center. And Morgan Vanderschaff on first as the first pitch comes in. And misses, I believe, 1-0 the count.
I was probably saying Jazzy's last name wrong in the varsity game. It's Bridgham.
Little slap hit here goes up over top of the Beaver dugout.
Yeah, Molly tries to lay down that bunt there, and kind of a running bunt. Little drag bunt, they call that.
Of course, Molly Irwin coming off a successful JV basketball season. Little slap hit here goes off the backstop. Money Molly Irwin, they gave her the nickname.
Absolutely.
Her ability to fire a three. And that's going to come in handy for Coach Mumaw down the road.
Yeah, able to knock down some big shots there during the season.
High fly ball. This one might drop in, and it does.
Gets past the center fielder.
Lazy fly ball right to dead square center field, and nobody could get to it. Yep. And Irwin on base with a J.H. Napa Auto Parts single.
Yeah, found that hole there. Just behind second base, but kind of between short second and center fielder. And Beavers got their leadoff batter on base.
Bunt shown, and this one's going to go foul. And Coda will have to take a walk back to the dish, pick the bat up. Sporting a very familiar number 23.
Yeah, Coda, what a year she had in wrestling, huh?
Yeah, what a good first year for Corry girls wrestling in general.
Yeah, right.
High ball, and that one's going to send Irwin to second base. So maybe Leboeuf returning the favor here. A little bit after giving up that first run to Fort Leboeuf.
Yeah, Irwin gets down to second on that wild pitch, and Coda swings at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kuzma digs in. Here's the pitch. That one in there for a called strike. And that'll be a Rossbacher strikeout as Kuzma goes down watching.
Yeah, here comes Reagan Kemp. One of those players that's going to be key to this JV team.
Big cut there, comes up empty.
That's a Stahl on the mound for Fort Leboeuf. As she played a little bit of that varsity game as well. She was a right fielder in that varsity game, and now she gets to get on the mound and do a little pitching.
That one up high, and
Kemp a little late on the swing on that one.
Kemp went after it. Sammy's calling the cheeseburger already, and it's only the game 1 of the year. So that went in the dirt. We got a 2-2 count here. Bottom of the Knapp's butcher block, first inning of play. Fort Leboeuf leading 1-0 in this JV game. This one's fouled off, out of play.
Yeah, good job by Reagan there. You just want to make sure you really want to get this ball in play so that, and on the ground so that they've got to make a play and you get a good chance to advance Irwin, if not a hit.
That one low, and thought she was going to go cranking after that one.
Yeah, good job there reading that pitch. Took a little bit off that one.
2-2 the count here. Irwin still on second. Fights that one off, does Kemp.
Beavers coaches for JV. Got Chip Hasbrook down there at third and Hadley Berlew over at first.
Yeah, and Hallie said Alyssa was yelling at me from Pitt Bradford during the scrimmages because she was wanting to watch. This one is a little floater.
Oh, just foul.
Just foul and almost caught.
Yeah, that was
took a bounce.
That was the Ayana Ogdenado who couldn't quite get to that one.
This one's dribbled, and it's going to ride the line, and they're going to get.
It's going to be safe, though. As Kemp stays, Irwin's going to score.
Molly Irwin scores, and now Kemp takes off the second. So the Beavers get the run in. Good hustle from Reagan Kemp.
Yeah, that's first baseman had it. Went for the tag. And came out of her glove, and Molly Irwin smartly, continuing to run and got home, and Reagan on that throw to home got the second. So Beavers with another runner in scoring position here as Taylor comes up to bat.
That one pass ball, and Kemp scampers off to third. Takes a hard look at home and retreats. So nobody out. Beavers have put the tying run on the board. Kemp on third. Stahl winds and fires. Swung on. Chipped foul.
Yeah, big swing there. Beavers with a chance to take the lead here. In the bottom of the Knapp's butcher block, first inning.
Ava Taylor, one of them highly touted freshmen coming in, along with Coda Kuzma. And Jazzy as well. They've got high hopes for these young freshmen.
Yeah, the feeder program for Corry and softball, Scott, it's just, right up there with those other schools we talked about, the Leboeufs and Harbor Creek, so she's going to get by and a drop third strike.
Well, another run comes in.
And she had second if she looked. But great job there by Ava.
So the Beavers take the first lead of the day here, 2-1.
Yeah, and that brings Baker to bat for the Beavers.
Baker dug in. Here's Stahl, winds and fires. This one bunt high up into the air. Catcher lost track of it, and it lands safely in the dirt.
Yeah, Fetzner there, the catcher for Fort Leboeuf, just couldn't find that one.
Emma retreats. Picks up the bat, and she'll have another go at it here. 2-1 Beaver lead. 0-1 the count. Stahl fires. Here's another bunt, and that one goes behind her. So now she's going to have to swing. Taylor on first. Baker sets up at the plate. Stahl winds and fires. Got her looking. Rossbacker strikeout.
Yeah, so that's 2 down for the Beavers. And up comes Jazzy Bridgham.
Lefty, slap hitter. See what happens here. She's going to swing away. Runner goes. No throw down to second. So a free base there for Ava Taylor.
Yeah, puts that runner in scoring position.
Bridgham digs back in. Here's Stahl with the offer. That one low in the dirt. For a ball, runner goes. Safe. She got there. Heads up play from Ava Taylor, and there's that aggressive base running we're used to seeing out of Corry.
Yeah, Fort Leboeuf, just didn't look her back far enough, right? They never really looked her back. She didn't have to turn and go towards second at all, and on the throw back to the pitcher, advances to third.
This one popped up in foul territory and out of play. Down the third base line. They'll reset, do it again.
Beavers with a good chance here to add to this lead, leading 2-1. That runner on third. Nice swing there. Oh, line drive to short. Probably got her onto his swing, I would think. Yep. So that's going to be a line out to short.
And that's going to do it for inning number 1. Brought to you by Knapp's Butcher Block. Beavers with the early lead. Now 2-1. We'll head to the top. The Epiphany's Emporium Painted Finch Gallery, second inning. We come back right after this.
Have you ever wanted to move south but needed a job first? Viking Plastics could be the perfect fit. With locations in Louisville, Kentucky and Jeffersonville, Indiana, we have many positions to offer. Come join the team today at vikingplastics.com/careers or email employment@vikingplastics.com.
Why should you choose Corry Federal Credit Union? Since 1958, Corry Federal Credit Union has been committed to your community, your hometown, and to you. CFCU has accounts for all your needs like checking, savings, youth accounts, business accounts, money market, CDs, IRAs, and HSAs with rates that work for you. They have unbeatable loan rates for auto, mortgage.
Welcome back here to the Corry Journal. Corry Beavers softball action here on the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I was talking to Dave Schwabenbauer the other day, and I want to wish Dave well, as his last day at the Corry Journal is Friday.
Schwabby been a big part of the Journal there for some time.
Schwabby, one of our good friends, and glad that he's moving on to bigger and better things for him and his family. And how about that cute baby of theirs?
Yeah.
Not so much a baby anymore. They don't take long to grow up, do they?
That's for sure. That is for sure. As we got Malinowski up here for Fort Leboeuf, trailing the Beavers 2-1 as we start the Epiphany's Emporium second inning.
Here's the 1-2 Kuzma offers, and that one bit in the dirt.
Yeah,
held on to that one a little too long.
Yeah, that was a little change up is what she threw there, and you kind of want those ones to drop off right in front, so it looks like it's going to come where your fastball comes.
2-2. This one dribbled down the line, scooped, and the tag. Good play by Vanderschaff.
Yeah, nice job there by Morgan getting that one. 3 unassisted and first out for the Beavers. As you saw, she good job using both hands on that when she made that tag. Not to duplicate what Fort Leboeuf did there in that first inning where they made a tag on the runner, but the ball came out. Oh, did they call that foul? Must be. I didn't think they did, but must be they did.
Must be they did, which
I didn't realize. I didn't think that was.
I didn't think it was either. But
so a single there for Malinowski.
All right. That's why you do your book and pencil.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you can't read it. As Hall batting for the Fort Leboeuf now.
Throw it on to first. Good job getting that hand in there.
Nice throw there from Taylor.
Two-one, nobody out, runner on first. As Kuzma rocks and fires. That one just off the plate.
Ooh, that one's
and
gonna
the throw
go to
down.
right field.
And good backup down there from Reagan.
Yeah, great backup there from Porter. See her experience that she's had out there, you know, knowing being in the right spot at the right time.
Kuzma fires, swung on and missed. One and one the count. Nobody out. Runner on first for Leboeuf. Coda checks the wristband, now fires. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. As Hall steps back in. Kuzma checks her armband.
Coda fires. This one chopped right up the middle. 6-4
Good job.
on the putout.
Good job by the Beavers getting that lead runner. As Hall will reach first on a fielder's choice. But Kemp to Irwin. 1 down. As Shield steps in.
1-2 count.
Shields another one of those ones that played a little varsity there at second base. Now moved over to third. That's just talking to her grandfather, Brad Shields, during the break between games. Used to run the old Western Auto team out of Waterford.
This one, dribbler to third. Here's a scoop, and again. Ooh. Couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, nice idea there from Baker, turning to get that lead runner again and had her, and Irwin just not able to catch that ball. Hard to, maybe the sun or something over there, as the sun is dropping over on that left side of the field.
Swung on and missed. How about the Corry boys baseball right now in the bottom of the 6th inning over on the Deej Experience Sports Stream? Have a 7-1 lead over the Erie Royals.
Good job there by the Beavers.
Dewey Hurd, of course, on the call there, bottom of the 6th inning.
As we've got Ayala Ogvendo here for Fort Leboeuf. Her mom was sitting down in front of us earlier, and her back name was on the back of the jersey, but now she put a coat on, so I can't see the name again. Scott, to make sure I got all the letters in there.
Kuzma checking the wristband here. We got 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Bison. Beavers looking for an out. Kuzma winds and fires. And that one, no dice.
Kuzma checks that wristband again. Counts even at 1. Runners on first and second. In the dirt. Nice stop there by Taylor. Keep that ball in front of her. Doesn't let the Fort Leboeuf runners advance.
Kuzma rocks, fires, swung on and missed. And that, leave it up to count here, 2-2 with 2 away. Deuce is wild.
Yeah, boy, she liked that pitch. She went after that one. Just a little ahead of it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 on, 2 umpires, and 2 clowns calling the game for you today.
No, she can't.
Well, they got the out at third. I didn't think you could advance.
Well, you can with 2 outs, but
okay. Well, that was the case then. They get the third out over at third base, and they hold off the Bison from running across the home plate. 2-1 is the Beaver lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back heading to the bottom of the second inning on the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
As licensed and insured contractors, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating offers expertise in heating, air conditioning, water heating repair, and installation. Are you ready to enhance your home's comfort? At J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, they're dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Contact J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today for expert advice, product inquiries, and professional installation services. Give them a call today at 814-654-7624 or visit them at 275 Main Street in Spartansburg.
Captain Reliable. Mr. Dewey Hurd calling baseball out there. Welcome back here to the softball game on Deej Experience Sports Stream. Rob Elchinski with me. Have Jack Hasbrook out there in right center field on the Viking Plastics field cam, and Fort Leboeuf looking to get a 3-up, 3-down here, Rob.
yeah, as we go with Porter, Hasbrook, and Vanderschaff here for the Beavers in the bottom of the Epiphany Emporium second inning. Beavers up 2-1. As we said, Fort Leboeuf has Stahl on the mound.
Stahl will fire here, and that one inside. And Porter takes a step back, brings the count to 2-0. Stahl fires again. That one in there for a strike. 2-1. Swung on and missed, and that'll even the count right up. 2-2.
Yeah, came inside on Porter on that one a little bit.
And that one got her looking.
So 1 out here.
Rossbacker's strikeout. They have come in bushels for Fort Leboeuf tonight, especially in that varsity game. It was a crazy performance. And then now here looking to even things up here, Lucy Hasbrook dug in here for the Beavers. Stahl winds and fires, swung on and missed. Good cut at it. Just come up empty there. Nice swing.
Yeah, Hasbrook gets that count 1-1 here. But like you said, good cut at that one.
Stahl fires. That one a bit low.
Good eye. Boy, what a night for the JV team, Scott. You know, lots of times they don't get much action in, and, you know, tonight it looks like they'll get a few innings in anyways.
Oh, that one nicked off the bat. That'll put a strike on the board. Yeah, it's and I talked to Coach Williams about that, and I'm like, could you schedule ahead of time a JV tournament? Were you there when she was there?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you were there.
Well, I was there when you talked to Coach Sergliano about the same for baseball. I wasn't there with
okay.
Coach Williams.
Yeah, because not so worried about Corry baseball. Drop third strike here. Hasbrook hustles down, and the tag is made. So a strikeout for Leboeuf again. But, yeah, for softball, there's no lighting here. So, you know, baseball field, they have lights. They can play till 2 in the morning if they want. Not saying I would cover it till 2 in the morning because somebody's got to sleep somewhere along the way.
And I'm sure all the parents would not appreciate the 2 in the morning game either.
Yeah.
Or the school teachers.
Right.
Yeah, Beavers with 2 outs already as Morgan Vanderschaft steps in.
Vanderschaft, big rip at that one, comes up empty. 0-2 the count with 2 away. Leboeuf looking to get out of the second inning, brought to you by Epiphany's Emporium. Painted Bench Gallery. Stahl checks the wristband. Now toes the rubber. She'll wind and fire. Swung on and missed. And a Rossbacher strikeout will end the second inning. And we will head to the third. Brought to you by Cafaro's Custom Butchering. Beavers up 2-1 when we come back on the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
K&E Surveyors, located in Corry, PA, provides professional land surveying. Licensed and insured in Pennsylvania and New York, they offer surveying services for small lot, large boundaries, subdivisions, site planning, topographic surveys, and elevation certificates. For a free estimate, call Scott Johnson today at 814-873-9333 or by email at srjohnson.pls@gmail.com.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lock with Rob Elchinski with you as Kota Kuzma. We'll go back to work here. What do we got up for the Bison?
So it looks like we've got Fetzner, McKinney, and Binney up for Leboeuf.
Back to the top of the lineup. First pitch fouled off. Gorgeous night here at the complex, 70 degrees. Temperature will be rapidly dropping, as by Friday we're scheduled to play in 42-degree weather.
Yeah, I'm going to have to dress a little different for that one.
Yeah.
Well, probably not. I'm kind of overdressed for this weather.
Kuzma checking the wristband here.
A nice change up there from Kuzma.
Got her looking. It's a Rossbacher strikeout.
Yeah. Great job by Kota there getting that strikeout. Great change up. As McKinney comes up for Fort Leboeuf. That one in the dirt. Off Taylor. And ball back up.
I don't know if they got a chance to water down the mound or the plate today. Rob, it's awfully dusty out there.
Yeah, probably didn't need to too much at the start of the game. Kemp goes to the hole behind second, not able to make the play, and that's going to get on the throwing error, gets McKinney to second. So good job by Reagan getting to that one, but then error on the throw and gives McKinney that extra base.
2-1 the lead for the Beavers. One away, one on second. Kuzma. Firing here now to Binney. Dine on deck. Kuzma fires, swung on and missed.
Yeah, Kuzma had 0-2 here in the count.
And that one off the tip of the glove. Drop third strike and the throw is made.
Good job there.
Base runner advances to third, but that's going to be 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, they're going to appeal that throw, but I think she got her foot, kept her foot there. Yep. Yeah, nice play there. Nice heads-up play there by Taylor, knowing to go get that drop third strikeout. Because the runner was only going to go from second to third, so a great play by her there.
This one slapped.
Oop.
Oh.
Hit the runner, probably in foul territory, though.
Foul ball. What's the rule on that interference-wise?
If it hits the runner in fair territory, it's an out.
That's why they tell you to run outside the lines.
Right. On first and third, yeah. And then there's other, if you're going from first to second or second
this
to third.
One, towering pop-up. Taylor trying to track it. Makes
nice
a play.
Job by
What
Taylor
a great
there.
play from Ava Taylor. And that'll be 3 outs. And we will head to the bottom of the third. Brought to you by Caparo's Custom Butchering. Be back on the Deeds Experience Sports Stream right after this.
When you need health care, you deserve a health system that takes a whole-person approach to medicine for you and your family. Whether you need the expert care of our hospitals, the specialized knowledge of our clinical practices, the compassionate support of our behavioral health network, or our continuum of services for seniors, you can rely on LECOM Health. Founded in Erie, invested in Erie, advancing healthcare in Erie. LECOM Health, whole-person care for a lifetime.
And welcome back here to the Deeds Experience Sports Stream. I want to thank all of our sponsors for our spring and summer coverage of baseball, softball, Box and Locket, Snap Fitness, Corry Higher Education Council, J. Gale Plumbing and Heating, American Legion Post 365, Fox Family Insurance, Corry Federal Credit Union, and Dynasty Construction. Just to mention a few, we'll get through all the list here as the game goes on. As first pitch.
Yeah, Corry at the top of their lineup, Scott, with Molly Irwin up. First pitch was a ball.
Second pitch coming in,
Molly
little check swing.
Oh, she's going to get to the gap. This is going to be extra bases, Scott. She's already on second base, going to third. See what Coach Hasbrook does with her. Good throw in. He's going to send her as they threw it to third. They threw behind her.
That's an inside the park LECOM Corry Memorial Hospital home run.
Yeah, as they threw behind her there, and Coach Hasbrook had her rounding and waiting to see where they threw the ball, and Molly Irwin, great base running as she rips that ball past the second baseman and into the gap in right center for that inside the park one.
Big cut here from Coda Kuzma, strike one.
Yeah, see if Coda can keep this thing rolling a little bit and open this game up a little more as the Beavers now take a 3-1 lead.
This one fouls off. Coda dug in. It looks like Stahl is fighting that sun right now. This one popped
Coming up over us, Sam. There we go. Ding it goes. Yeah, Stahl out there. She doesn't have any sunglasses on, and that sun is directly coming into her face.
That pitch up high for a ball.
Only makes me a little nervous on any ball hit back at her. Whether she's going to be able to see that or not, because that sun is glaring at that right at this spot this time of day.
That went in there. Nice looking pitch there from Stahl. And Kuzma down on strikes. Rossbacher strikeout for Stahl.
And here comes Reagan Kemp. Reagan got on an error in the first inning, scored a run.
Stahl winds and fires. Kemp beats this in the gap.
That little error, and right fielder bobbles it there. And Kemp going down that right side again. This time gets it past the first baseman.
J.H. Napa Auto Parts single.
And here comes Ava Taylor. Ava got on a drop third strike the first time up.
That pitch off the mark, ball one.
See if Coach Hasbrook decides to do anything with Reagan Kemp.
Swung on and missed. 1-1 goes to count, one away. 3-1 your score here. In the bottom of the Cafaro's Custom Butchering third inning of action. That one swung on and missed, and off to second scampers Reagan Kemp.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Kemp, advancing on that pass ball. And Taylor with a 1-2 count. Nice hit there, right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Center fielder's through her legs. Kemp's going to score. Taylor's going to go to second. Slides in, safe.
So another corner bar and grill run scores. Another J.H. Napa Auto Parts single. And an error will get her to second base. And the Beavers starting to hear it clicking a little bit.
Yeah, nice job there by Taylor. Hard hit there. Able to score Kemp as the ball got under the center fielder's legs, and Taylor hurried her way to second base.
This one fouled off from Emma Baker. 0-1 the count, went away. 4-1 the Beaver lead here in JV action.
Yeah, only one out. Runner still in scoring position here. Chance for the Beavers to add on.
Swung on and missed. And they send her again.
They're going to get her this time.
And this time they did get her. Good throw, good awareness, and they picked Taylor off at third. But, boy, I like that aggressive style of play, Rob.
Yeah, nice job there as they threw that ball back. She tried to get the third, but gets cut off there, and that's 2 outs.
And an 0-2 count at the plate. That one up high. Baker takes ball 1. And this one popped up out of play.
Right into the Fort LeBeuf dugout. So now no runners on for Emma Baker. See if she can start a little 2-out rally for us.
Pitch comes in. This one ripped foul towards first base fence. As we check in on the Beavers baseball game, Corry now up 8-3 here in the top of the 7th.
Getting close to the end of that one. Hopefully the Beavers can tack a couple more on and then hold them, huh?
Up pitch low for another ball, and that's going to bring us to a Dusty's toe and payoff pitch, correct?
Yeah, it says 2-2 on the scoreboard.
What do you got, Sam?
2-2.
He's got 2-2. So not quite there yet. Now we're there.
A little inside pitch there to Baker.
Payoff pitch on the way, brought to you by Dusty's Towing. Here's the 3-2 offering, and that one fouled off. We'll reset and do it again. And ball 4. And that is a Crossroads Fellowship Church walk.
And here comes
Jazzy
Bridgham.
Jaslyn digs in. Stahl fires that one up high for ball 1.
Had a nice hard shot at the shortstop there her first time up. And this time she pulls one over the right fielder's head, clears her all the way to the fence. She's, looking to see what's happening in front of her.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Burning base pads. Runners are set up at second and third.
Yeah, great swing there from Jazzy as she hit that ball deep over the right fielder's head. I think Baker was waiting to see that and was probably a little too safe on that one, see if that was going to get caught. And was only able to get the third, but the Jazzy with a great double there puts 2 runners in scoring positions for the Beavers.
This pitch in here, strike one to Reagan Porter. 2 outs on the board, an 0-1 count to Porter with runners at second and third.
Big hit here. Opens this game up even more. Let's
high.
See if we get it here. Looks like we're going to get
catcher.
a run here. Yep, on the pass ball. Or wild pitch on that one, and scores a run for the Beavers. And moves Jazzy to third.
May have to bring the Mario coin back. We used to do it back in the day. Every time we had a run, the Mario coin would play.
And
Another
ball
pass
stays in
ball
front.
there.
Yeah. Not quite far enough away, though. As the Beavers are up 5-1 now.
Stahl fires, swung on and missed.
Yeah, Porter, count goes 2-2.
Two with two away and one on third. Here's the pitch, swung on and got her swinging. It's a Rossbacker strikeout. One stranded, but Corry puts another run on the board, makes it a 4-1 lead as we head into the top of the fourth inning, brought to you by K&E Surveying.
Hi, this is Bob Brown from Corry Snap Fitness and our new facility. Hey, as summer is winding down and fall is coming around the corner, come in and check out all of our new equipment and fitness packages that we have here at Snap Fitness. Don't forget that we also have tanning, we have a walking track, and it's for beginners to the most advanced. We have it all. Come and see us at Corry Snap Fitness. My name is Bob Brown and I'm the owner.
Welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. As I want to thank some more of our wonderful sponsors as Knapp's Butcher Block, Epiphany's Emporium, K&E Surveying, Corry Central Labor Club, Corry Community Foundation, Relevant Church, and Cafaro's Custom Butchering, to name a few more. As first pitch in here is in there for strike one.
Yeah, this is Melanowski, Hall, and Shields.
That pitch low for a ball. 1-1 the count here. Coming up on the sports stream, we're off tomorrow as Kuzma winds and fires, swung on and missed, making a 1-2 count. Off tomorrow, Friday, Iroquois Braves right here. Softball team comes in, and then we're off the weekend. Saturday, we'll have the Deej Peeps podcast as Jody Fox, girls track coach, and maybe Coach Carey for the boys' side of the track may be coming in. I know Jody will be there for sure. I'll have to see what Travis is up to, but that one in there for strike and a Rossbacker strikeout for Coda Kuzma.
Yeah, gets her looking. First out of the here in the K&E Surveyor's fourth inning. Coda's third strikeout of the night.
One 1-0 count here. Kuzma winds and fires, and that one fouled up into the backstop, making a 1-1 count. So for the Beavers next week, we'll have to get the old schedule out, Rob, and see where we're at down the road here. As Kuzma fires, this one's low. McDowell on Monday. They got a 3-4 game road stretch after the Iroquois game on Friday. Monday's at McDowell, Tuesday is at Warren. Thursday is at Meadville. So 3-game stretch next week for the Beavers. All of them on the road. This pitch low for a ball. And that'll be a walk. So runner aboard first.
Yeah, that's Hall who gets on first base there. Up comes Shields.
Crossroads Fellowship walk. My bad. Got a lot of sponsors and a lot of new positions that we put together. So
yeah, certainly appreciate those efforts.
Swung on and missed. Boy, that was a nasty cut at that one.
Yeah, she just about took herself over to the other batter's box as she came through on that swing.
Swung out of her shoes.
And the Beavers up 5-1. Scoreboard only says 4, but I've got 5.
Yep. Swung on and missed. Dropped third strike.
She's going to be out with the runner on first.
Oh, yeah.
So no need to worry about that one.
So 2 away, runner on first, Kuzma. We'll offer here.
Beavers see if we can get this last out here of the 4th inning. And like we said, brought to you by K&E Surveyors.
Kuzma fires. This one's fouled up again. Baseball team, varsity baseball, is out in front now 10-3 in the bottom of the 7th. Over at Mercyhurst University as they're taking on the Erie Royals today. Dewey Hurd on the call for that one. Feel free to go back and watch it. Oh, boy.
This one is a live one.
And the throw down to Vanderschaff, and that'll do it for the top of the 4th inning. Beavers with a 4-1 lead. We'll be back to the bottom when we come back right here on the Deej Experience Sports Stream right after this.
With its roots based in Corry, PA, Gladiator Law Firm is happy to provide legal services to Erie, Crawford, and Warren counties. You can look to Gladiator Law Firm for assistance with all of your legal family questions, including custody, divorce, property disputes, PFAs, and estate planning. Looking to sell your home? Looking to buy a home? Have you found yourself in a contract dispute? Are you trying to start a new business? Contact Gladiator Law Firm today at 814-663-1108. Gladiator Law Firm, a local firm providing for your local needs.
And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lock with Rob Elchinski, Sammy Fisher, and Jack Hasbrook down on the field. Bringing you all today's action as varsity dropped a tough one earlier if you're just tuning in. Games are now a 4 o'clock start instead of a 6 o'clock start time, Rob. Little adjustment. Get home a little earlier, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for softball, weren't they always 4 o'clock?
Yeah, but basketball started at 6.
Oh, you mean for us?
Come on, keep up with me now.
Sorry.
Keep up with me now.
I didn't make the transition when you did.
All-star.
That's my bad. I was thinking, last year when I did this, didn't they start at 4?
Yeah. Well, some of them started at 4:30. Mm. But Hasbrook here at the plate, sitting on a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Beavers with that 5-1 lead here. Bottom of the 4th. Hasbrook with a good cut. Fouls it back. As now the shadow has gotten out to pitcher's mound, so not quite as big of a glare there for the pitcher.
It's creeping slowly.
And now it's short, center, and left who have got the sun directly in their eyes.
That one fouled off. 1-2 the count here for Hasbrook here. 5-1 the Beaver lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, brought to you by K&E Surveying.
Good eye there by Lucy.
Hasbrook dug in. Here's Stahl, fires. In there for a strike. That's a drop 3rd strike. And they get her anyway. So Rossbacher strikeout. And it's going to put Vanderschaff.
Yeah.
Couldn't see her number there for a minute. I should know by the helmet by now. Morgan dug in here. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Morgan way up in the box there. Hits that one right back to the pitcher.
Trickled it right to her, and a 1-3 put out. Put 2 away on the board as 4th inning moving a little quickly here.
And up comes Molly Irwin. Molly with that shot to right field the last inning and came all the way around on her own to score. And there's
This
a
one,
shot to center.
Boy, just put it in the gap again.
Yeah, great job by Molly there.
Just drops it in the Bermuda Triangle out there. It just gets lost.
She's
between
now
left center and shortstop.
Yeah, she's now 3 for 3 on the night.
Well, money might transfer over to softball as well at this rate. And that one, a rocket.
There's
nice play by Stahl. 1-3 put out.
Coda Kuzma, nice swing on that one.
That leaves Molly stranded at second, and that'll take us to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th inning, brought to you by Corry Central Labor Club. We'll be back right after this.
So I'm Brad Allen at Rossbacher Insurance, and I just want to say that we're here to help you out. We can customize an insurance program for your family, for your business, whether you're a manufacturer, a contractor, a restaurant, a church, a civic organization. We have experience with all of those, and we insure a number of them. So we can help you out. We've got multiple carriers. We can put together a great program, customized to your needs, bundle it all together, get you great discounts. So give us a call or look us up on our website, teamrossbacher.com.
And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lockwood, Rob Elchinski with the call today. Sammy Fisher, there's a bunt picked up by Kuzma. Oh, off the glove of Vanderschaff, and it's going to be an E3.
Yes, Stahl there with that bunt. Nice play by Kuzma, and Vanderschaff just not able to squeeze it, Scott.
Yeah. I'll put a leadoff runner on via the air.
Beavers up 5-1.
That was the leadoff runner, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they got one out on the board. I don't know who's running the scoreboard over there. Stahl goes, and it bounces through 2 defenders. And now Hasbrook with a throw to third, and Stahl all the way to third base just like that. Beavers got to settle down here.
Yeah. Again, that's kind of how they got their run that first inning too, Scott, is, got somebody on, and then we had a couple errors and scored them, and that's what's going to happen here as well.
Pass ball, and run comes in. Corner bar and grill run.
Fetzner still in the box for Leboeuf with a 2-0 count.
I'll make it 3-0. This one popped up foul. I don't know, Rob. Lazy effort out there by Hasbrook. You got to get out of the chair. You got to get out of the chair to make a play on the ball.
Got to go get that one, right?
Beaver Nation. This one
Nice
dribbled.
play there by Coda.
Kuzma this time.
Dropped
And
again.
Vanderschaft dropped it again. The second one this time.
Yeah, another nice play by Coda there, but she had to go to her backhand on that one a little bit and made a nice pivot and nice throw there.
Kuzma will wind and fire. This one popped up. Taylor tracking it, and that one's going to drop on top of the Beaver dugout and foul ball.
Yeah, good job by both Taylor and Baker there. So they got to the fence there, tried to find the ball, but unable to quite get to it.
That one fouled off.
Yeah, good swing there from McKinney. McKinney's got 2 hits herself tonight, 2 singles.
Kuzma fires that one up high for a ball. 1-2 the count, one away and one on first. A couple critical errors here for the Beavers. And Leboeuf trying to inch back into this game. Big cut at that one, comes up empty, and a Rossbacker strikeout for Coda Kuzma.
Yeah, big pitch there from Coda. As like I said, McKinney had 2 hits already tonight, and you don't want Leboeuf getting themselves back into this game at all. And up now is Binney, second baseman.
Kuzma checks the band now. Set. Lets that one rip. That one way up high on that one. Good job by Taylor pulling that one down.
Vanderschaft.
Chopper. Vanderschaft makes a great play.
Ooh, get her now.
And oh, nice awareness there from Reagan Kemp. So Vanderschaft, with a couple miscues there, answers back and is able to get a double play out of it.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll be back right here on the Deej Experience Sports Stream right after this.
Imagine a world-class education right in your hometown. The Corry Higher Education Council, located at 221 North Center Street in Corry, PA, makes this possible. As an affiliate of the EC Council, the Corry Higher Education Council now provides skills-based learning in cybersecurity and software development that can lead to high-paying remote employment. Get the education employees are looking for. Sign up today by visiting www.corryhighered.org or give them a call at 814-664-9405.
Welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream, and that's why I was picking on Sammy. Rob, he's taking us out early, bringing us in early. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's the first time he's been early in his life like that.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Nothing but love for you, Sam. Good to have you back. Don't spit your water on my laptop either. He's over here choking.
Yeah, don't need that.
He's got the giggles right now.
Don't need that.
Hey, we want to welcome you in here. It's spring season upon us. We got a slew of softball and baseball lined up for you as not sure what the delay here is. As Kemp will be leading off for the Beavers. As now the throw comes down to second, and Beavers would be wise to try and get a couple security blanket runs in.
Yeah, bottom of the 5th. Going to be Kemp, Taylor, and Baker, Scott, to lead us off here. And bottom of the Corry Central Labor Club 5th inning. Up 5-2 now.
Thanks some more of our sponsors here. Relevant Church, Dusty's Towing, UTEG's Body Shop, Rossbackers, Crossroads Fellowship, Bracken Funeral Home, JH Napa Auto Parts, Sawyer Builders, and Peace B, just to name a few more. As that one misses for a ball, and I believe the count is 1-1.
1-0, I think. I thought that was the first pitch.
1-1.
1-1.
Now it's 2-1.
Reagan Kemp's been on both times today. Got on an error the first time up, and then a single in the third. Scored twice.
Good day for Kemp at the plate. Stahl fires. That one in there. Evens up the count, 2-2. Maybe it's time to get a new scoreboard.
Yeah, Corry doesn't seem to have much luck with scoreboards.
Swung on and missed, and a Rossbacker strikeout. As Kemp took a healthy cut at that one, and this one sits her down.
Yeah, first out of the inning for the Beavers.
Always excited for this time of year, and because I know May is right around the corner.
What happens in May?
Corry production of whatever play they decide to do this year comes into effect, and I have rather enjoyed the last couple of them that we've been to. They've been phenomenal.
Yeah, and then the little podcast we did with them was great as well.
Oh, yeah. So we can't wait to do that again.
Such talent.
All across the board. And this year is looking to be no different, as I'm going to try and get a podcast before the show this year and get all of them with the excitement. And I was hoping to get a hold of Mrs. Smirka and actually record the showings for them so they don't have just the one camera look. But it's here nor there. We have a lot of time and a lot of stuff that we could want to do and do want to do and hope to do. And yeah, but those kids in that theater program, man, they are lights out.
Yeah, they are so good. Such talent.
And that's going to be a leadoff walk here, correct?
No, one out.
A walk, not a leadoff walk.
Yeah, walk to Taylor, but do have one out in the inning.
So it is a Crossroads Fellowship walk.
As Baker comes on.
Emma fouls the first pitch back. And we'll start out 0-1. Stahl with a pitch, swung on and missed.
Oh, can't say enough, Scott. What a great day for softball.
Yeah, like.
I mean, you can't ask for a better day than this.
I'm dreading Friday after today.
You know, not too hot. The girls aren't out there just sweating, standing, right? And then, boy, for middle of March kind of stuff, this is good Corry weather.
We'll take it. Stahl fires that one in there for a strike. And I believe we got, that was a strikeout. Okay. Nobody knows what's going on now.
Yeah, they are confused. They were kind of doing the what is it dance.
Yeah. I vote for a new scoreboard.
Yeah.
And here goes the runner.
Yeah, Taylor down the second there on the drop ball. Yeah, see if Beavers can add another one here, Scott, and answer Leboeuf. As Leboeuf put one on in the fifth inning, see if we can answer that back.
And there is the throw and the play at first, and that'll do it. As we will head to the break. 5-2 is the Beaver lead. We head to the top of the sixth when we come back right here on the Deeds Experience Sports Stream.
Kearney and Ruth Law Office has been serving the Corry and Union City communities since 1994. They concentrate in estate planning, estate administration, residential and commercial real estate transactions, and business law for LLC and corporations. Contact the Kearney and Ruth Law Office to set up your appointment today. 814-665-2301 in Corry or 814-438-2522 in Union City.
Back to the Deej Experience Sports Stream as Coda Kuzma getting ready to wind it up. Her first pitch to Dine, beat foul down the third base line. We'll reset and do it again. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, Dine 0-2 on the night. Flew out to left, flew to the catcher. Was a great catch by Taylor.
This one fouled away as well, 0-2.
The entire field's in the shade, Scott, so sun should not be an issue for anyone anymore.
Yeah, and the temperature is going to start to be.
Yeah, it will start to
drop
drop off
fast. Here. And that changeup, nothing doing. 1-2. Right, Sam? 1-2? Boy, it's tough when the scoreboard isn't working.
Yeah.
Kuzma winds it up. Swung on and missed. Drop third strike. Throw down the first. Got her. Rossbacher strikeout.
Good play there by Taylor, and good catch out there by Vanderschaft. Gets that first out. Always key to get that first one.
That pitch there off the mark.
As this is Malinowski for the Buffs, center fielder.
Malinowski. 2-0. Coda winds it up. That one fouled back.
Out of play. We'll do it again.
Any great plans for the weekend, Rob? That one swung on and missed. A Rossbacher strikeout.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts for Coda. Well, Scott, it's a big weekend at the Ilczynski household because Brooke and Brandon's dog turns 1. And, so that means big birthday party at our house for the dog.
You inviting all the neighborhood dogs?
I'm not sure who's all invited. I've really got very little to do with it. I know Tim and the Jonkuses will be there, and my family, and I'm not sure who all else is invited, but
all right.
We've already got 2 dogs of our own, and they're bringing theirs, and so it'll probably be a whole slew of dogs going on over there.
Sounds like a howling good time.
Yeah. How about you? Anything fun going on?
Yeah, so after the podcast, we got to drive to Pekin Peak. We have a 25th year anniversary of a frat party.
Ooh, wow. That sounds exciting.
So
Beavers get the third out there on a 1-3.
And a quick inning there. And that's going to put Leboeuf here on the ropes as we head to the top of the bottom, sorry. Now I'm all off. 5-2, Beavers lead it.
Let's start talking about
We'll be
that
back
party
with the dogs right after this.
Since 1968, UTEG's Body Shop has been Corry's leader in offering complete collision and refinishing services, including unitized frame alignment. Located at 633 East Smith Street in Corry, UTEG's is a family-owned business that offers free estimates, insurance company assistance, lifetime warranty, automotive glass replacement, and paintless dent repair. UTEG's would like to thank all of their customers and welcome the new ones. To schedule your appointment today, call UTEG's Body Shop at 814-663-2562. Thank you for choosing UTEG's as your selected auto body repair facility.
And welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream as the first pitch comes in here to Porter. And the count is 0-1. Beavers up 5-2 here. We are in the bottom of the sixth inning. Sixth inning brought to you by Corry Community Foundation. As that one's fouled off. Name a few more sponsors here, Rob. So we've got Sawyer Builders, PSB, Lecom, Corner Barn Grill, Corry Redevelopment Authority jumping in here for spring season. Fork and Barrel Library Barn Grill, Corry Manor, Corry Manufacturing, Gladiator Law Firm, Viking Plastics, Jim's Automotive, and a few more we'll get to at the top of the inning here. This
Porter
one
with a shot down right field on the line. Fair ball. Porter with a single right on the line.
Nice hit there from Reagan, but
are they calling that foul?
They must have called it foul.
Oh, my.
Because she walked all the way back to home plate and picked up her bat.
That first place umpire definitely called that fair. Because he even moved into position for him.
And that was swung on and missed, and that will be a Rossbacher strikeout instead.
Wow. All right, so now we got Lucy Hasbrook coming up.
That one missed. Doggone it. Want to know the count here. One away. Beavers still have a 5-2 lead in this JV action. That one in there for a called strike.
Yeah, see if Lucy can get us going here with one out.
Stahl fires. Hasbrook, big cut. Came up empty, and now the count goes 1-2 with one away.
Have Vanderschaff on deck here. Get one of these girls on, or both. We'll roll it over to the top of the lineup.
Swung on and missed. And a Rossbacher strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Stahl.
And she's been putting a lot of strikeouts on the board. She's got that's 12 for her.
Yikes.
Tonight.
Leboeuf pitching. Vanderschaff takes first cut and comes up with a bunch of oxygen. Oh, 1, Stahl reaches back, fires. Vanderschaff puts this one to short, and the throw is made, and a 6-3 put out will retire the side, and 3 up, 3 down for the Beavers. We'll bring Leboeuf to the plate, top of the 7th inning, brought to you by Relevant Church. When we come back, right here on the Deej Experience Sports Stream.
Need a reliable contractor? Sawyer Builders General Contracting is your local expert. Sawyer Builders handles new construction, remodels, garages, roofing, and more. Quality work, on time, and within budget. Call Talon today at 814-462-4628. Sawyer Builders. Let's build your dream together.
And welcome back here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. Scott Lock with Rob Alchinsky with you. Sammy Fisher on the switch and Jack Hasbrook on the Viking Plastic Field Cam. Who do we got up?
Yeah, so we've got Shields, then Ayala, Ogvendo, and Stahl. And then if one of these girls get on, that'll take us to the top of the lineup. Beavers up 5-2. Be nice to see him just shut the door on this one, Scott, and get the victory.
Yep. That pitch comes in low for ball one. As Coda checks the band. Now we'll rock and fire. That one popped up. Playable.
Ooh, good effort by Taylor there.
Couldn't bring it in. So rounding off our sponsors for the year, Jim's Automotive, Viking Plastics, P2 Paving, Healthy Smiles of Corry, Erie County Community College, Crotty Chevrolet, Kearney and Ruth Law Office, Lifted Health, Salt Church, and Lake Erie Appliance. We have a bushel of them this year, and hopefully they'll all be back next year, and we can get even better coverage going next year as well, as we try to get better every year, add something new. And that one in there. What a pitch by Kuzma. Got her with the changeup.
Yeah, got her looking on that one.
And a Rossbacher strikeout there.
Yeah, great pitch from Coda there. Really mixed it up. As I've got her now down with 5, 6, 8, 9 strikeouts as well, Scott. So both pitchers put lots of strikeouts on the board.
First pitch swung on and missed here for strike one. Kuzma fires inside for a ball, 1-1. That one swung on and nicked foul. That pitch dropped a little too low that time. 2-2 the count, one away. Leboeuf down to the last 2 outs. They need 3 runs to extend the game. This one belted right back to Kuzma, makes the grab, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, great job there by Kuzma making that play, helping herself here. As Beavers now 1 out away from securing this victory on opening night down here at the Luhan Athletic Complex. As this is stall up for Leboeuf. Stahl has scored one of the 2 runs here for Leboeuf tonight.
Kuzma fires. And that one in there for a strike. That one ripped foul into the Beaver fencing.
Coda out ahead here. Beavers up 5-2, 1 out away.
Kuzma fires, and that one's ball 4, and a runner on first.
So this is the leadoff batter for Leboeuf, Fetzner.
Kuzma fires up high to Fetzner. Throw down to first, back in time safely.
Stahl diving back in there head first on the throwdown.
Coda rocks and delivers. This one popped up foul over the Beaver dugout.
This is a big out here for the Beavers, Scott. Don't want to let Leboeuf get that tying run up to the plate.
Kuzma winds it up. That one in there for a strike. 1-2, 2 away. Bison 1 strike away.
Yeah, somebody just make a play here.
Kuzma fires it, that one low for a ball. That'll even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away with a runner on first. Kuzma trying to finish the game here. Winds and fires. And that one belted right up the middle through the hole. And that's going to put runners on first and second. But it was so shallow, Rob, they didn't get the runner over to third.
Yeah,
so now the Beavers just need to get an out, right?
Yep, hit hard and not too deep, so unable to get that runner over there. So now, right, you don't want any pass balls, you don't want anything. Although, it's still the batter that hurts us. That still has to be the focus.
Kuzma fires. That one in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count.
If nothing else, Fort Leboeuf making it exciting here at the end.
Well, the tying run is at the plate. And that one's hit deep. That one's driven way back to center. And here they come around.
Gonna still only get 1 run out of that. The big swing, though, from McKinney. She gets a double. And Leboeuf, though, now with that tying run on second base. With Binning coming up. Binning 0 for 3 on the night.
5-3, that one up high. One thing you don't want is a pass ball, right? I mean,
right.
That could be, that gets in your craw.
Yeah, you got the, again, it's the runner on second that ties it, right? So
yep.
That's the more important one that you got to worry about of the 2. So it's 2 balls, though, here as Binny steps back in.
Kuzma rocks and fires. This one dribbled.
Oh, great play by Molly Irwin.
Irwin to Vanderschaff, and that'll do it. As the JV Beavers finish up and take down the Fort Leboeuf Bison 5-3 here in the 7th inning. And with that, we'll do a brief post-game report brought to you by P2 Paving. Let P2 pave for you. Visit them online today at www.p2pavingco.net. What do you got for me?
All right, Scott, for Leboeuf, they ended up with 3 runs. They had 5 hits, 7 errors, they had 5 errors. And they left 2, 3, 4, 6 girls on base, including the 2 winning, the winning or tying run on second there in that last inning. For their pitcher, she had 12 strikeouts on the night. For the Beavers, we had 5 runs, as we said, and we had 6 hits. We ended up with 7 errors, and we left 4 runners on base. So, good job by the Beavers to get this victory.
All right, real quickly, offense play of the game brought to you by Healthy Smiles of Corry.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the player kind of the game. That's Molly Irwin. Her offense, 3 hits out there, kind of got the Beavers sparked, had that inside the park hit, and, kind of was the spark that the Beavers needed throughout the game.
Erie County Community College defensive play of the game.
I'm going with Vanderschaff on that little double play she made down there. She had struggled there a little bit earlier, had a couple mishaps. Yep. Yeah. But then she came back and made that, touch first, got the tag out down at second on a heads-up play by Reagan Kemp as the runner kind of came off the bag. So, good play there by Vanderschaff.
And the Karate Chevrolet player of the game.
Yeah, I'm going with Coda Kuzma, Scott. I thought she just did didn't do a lot offensively, but as the pitcher, she held Leboeuf to 2 runs. I've got her for 10 strikeouts, unofficially, but I really thought she kind of kept them off balance. And, up until that last inning, they didn't have a lot of runners or anything like that. And I thought she just did a nice job in the circle for the Beavers and, helped this JV team get this first win of the season.
DG Experience Sportsmanship Award. Do we go with the other pitcher?
Yeah, I thought she did pretty well. We also, you've got McKinney there who, had some big hits. She had 3 hits for Leboeuf, including that double there at the end in the bottom of top of the 7th that, scored that 1 run and put herself in scoring position as the tying run. I'd probably go with McKinney, although, I do think Stahl threw a nice game for Leboeuf as well.
All right, Kenny, your D's Experience Sportsmanship Award winner. That's going to wrap us up for here tonight at the Lou Hanna Athletics Complex. Varsity falls to Fort Leboeuf. JV beats Fort Leboeuf. They'll talk about it. They'll set it up for Friday when they invite the Iroquois Lady Braves into the house. We'll have that call for you right here. 4 o'clock is the opening pitch. Maybe 3:55 again. Who knows? But we'll be a little more prepared, hopefully, so we can get that Box and Locket pregame completely all the way in the way we usually do. But early start today, they got it going, and for good reason. You get both games in, all 7 innings. Good opening day of softball.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to bet on whether you can get a 14 innings in on March 19th in Corry, Pennsylvania for softball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, so be able to pull this off is good for both teams, right? They get a lot of action out there, and, it's just great to be on the field in a real game.
5-3 your final JV score for Rob Elchinski and Sammy Fisher, along with Jack Hasbrook. I'm Scott Lockwood for the Deej Experience Sports Stream. God bless you all. We'll see you Friday night. Lady Beavers softball. Beavers, Braves, 4 o'clock opening pitch. Till then, we'll see you later. Have a great evening.